doing, fuck. We got to tell that
Yes,
story.
we do.
Yes,
Absolutely have to tell Uncle Rocco.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, sit a little close to the microphones, and we are live. How's everybody doing?
Fucking
Better
good,
now
man.
that you're here. You know what I mean?
Good. Yeah.
Sexy
finally
motherfucker.
showed up.
Yeah.
Welcome. Thank you to have me. Wait, what?
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
me
The
too. Thank
fuck?
you. Will do. Will do.
Should we do an intro for the show, or just
Yeah, let's do an intro.
for these guys?
Yeah.
You know,
The crazy fat guy. Crazy fat guy.
Air horn, because this is way too loud on the replays.
Oh, yeah. Holy shit.
that one's got to be.
And there was that.
Good thing it was right in the
Yeah,
microphone.
the air horns were really fucking loud.
Yeah,
It's always
That's- yeah.
enjoyable on the other end.
I could turn it down.
That's what she said.
Das hat sie gesagt.
Yes.
That's how you say that to German.
Jump.
But they don't actually like it over there. Like, if you say that's what she said in German, they just look at you like, that's not how you say it.
Well, it's kind of a redneck thing to say anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not how you say it. It's not funny over here. Well, fuck you too, bud. So, anyway,
Hi, guys.
Hey,
What up? Hello.
Hi.
there it is.
yeah, not yet.
Nope.
I'm gonna get you a vuvuzela.
I don't know what that. What's this?
That's the thing that
Ooh,
remember the
yeah.
World Cup years ago.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like natural dubstep.
Oh yeah. Dude, just put that pig on silent, or I'm gonna start firing mine up.
yeah, silent.
Sorry,
Nice.
that was embarrassing.
Nice.
Oh my god, that
Oh, we both got to taste it. Goodness.
Mmm.
I had to cook for the kids before we came.
Tasty cakes. What'd you have?
Spaghetti.
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 Yep.
So
That's what we had last night.
Alrighty. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Now that we got our shit together.
That was Colton. They wanted to shoot a video out here.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Yeah,
yeah,
I got land and cool shit laying around.
I
So
would
why
like
not?
to
Yeah.
be in that video.
We gotta talk to Colton.
I bet I can make it happen.
I have no doubt.
Especially if you did it with your shirt off.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
people pay good money for that.
the shirt off shirt or the shirt off? Which one?
Well, the shirt off shirt is like diet shirt off. So
Okay.
No, I mean like full on nipples and all.
yeah, it's got nipples, but they're like in my armpits. So I don't know if you were there. Yeah, you were there at the show we played at for Harley at Warrior on the River, and I got up there with Trial, and I had my shirtless shirt,
Yes.
and yeah, it was good. And me and the other Mason had a dance off. It was great.
I remember that. That
Young
was,
Mason,
that-
if you will.
Yeah, that
That's
was
his
a really
rap
good time.
name,
Yeah.
with a J.
But I mean actual shirtless though.
Oh
like,
yeah,
like,
you
like
know.
with the nipples that your mama gave you.
Free the nipples.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too. I don't think people can handle number one, my midriff, and two, my nipples. So I got some really weird tattoos on my torso.
Do you really?
Yeah,
Do you care to talk about them?
Oh,
They're pretty-
I do. I don't think I know about these.
yeah. I mean, mainly they don't exist. So I was just gonna make up some shit while we're here. But since you called me out on
Let's
it,
do it. I want to know how
Shane
weird
did
your
a Bart Simpson with a large sword, like
Okay.
yeah,
Yep.
and he's producing Nectar, if you will.
Yes.
And it spells out my third ex-wife's
Ah.
name. So all of that's a farce, by the way. I just have my kids' names on my chest. That's about it. But there's a lot of hair, so like I'd be worried
bit.
that old boy from Wakulla would come thinking I was a Sasquatch.
Skunk Ape,
Yeah, the
Mm.
skunk ape.
Florida Skunk Ape.
Yeah, was it Stacy Brown? He'd come.
Stacey Brown.
Yeah,
yes.
he'd come after me. He'd be like, "That's a fucking skunk ape.
I feel you.
Get him."
Yep.
So yeah, I feel like
Oh,
the two of
sure.
us
Yeah,
go
skunk ape, yeah.
punching on some trees and shit. We'd probably get nabbed.
Yeah.
I was reading about skunk apes in CBS today.
Really?
I was behind a 7,000-year-old lady who was taking forever. So they had a book rack.
Is it time to read a book?
He's a ravenous
Basically.
reader.
Damn.
Basically.
Fuck yeah.
If you
Florida
saw,
history.
I'm more surprised
I
that he
took a
knows how to
picture.
read.
I took a
Are you
picture of the.
listen, you clearly don't know your lead singer.
I took a picture of the.
If you took Shane Bartholomew Simmons' book collection alone,
Look at that.
stacked them on top of each other, you could make a house that 10 people could live in quite easily.
Really?
And that's just counting the ones that he currently has. That's not the ones he's hidden somewhere or stored in
Got like
somebody else's house.
2,000 books.
Do you really?
And he's not that guy that just
Roughly.
like, hey, I went
That's the
to
last time I did count. That was like 5
the
years
Dollar
ago.
Tree and I bought these clearance books. He's the guy that's like, yeah, I read that at least twice. You want to borrow it? Sure. Okay. You bring it back to him. You let him borrow a book. He gives it back to you in like 2 days. And you're like, you already read it? Yeah, that's pretty good. You're like, I hate you.
Man, I don't even read a menu. I just look at the pictures.
That was fun sounding that out for you at the restaurant.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
The one in
Chiquin
Uncle
fingers.
Uncle Rocket was born.
I'm a
So
reader.
we were like we recorded up in Valdosta with Lee at Earth Sound, and while we
Highly
were there,
recommended it.
yeah, he's. I'm sure we'll get back to the recording in a little bit, but he's a freaking monster of an engineer. It's incredible. But so we were out there, we were doing our thing. We got done for the day. We had a great day. So let's go to a steakhouse, and I don't even remember what this place was called.
Wasn't it like Vito's or something, Vinny's? Or
It sounded fancy.
it sounded fancy.
It
Yeah,
ended up being
so-
an old steak and ale.
Yeah, it was sad. So we walk in and so we go in there, and first we're all riding together. We pull up, we park on top of where a septic tank drain field was like not underground.
Stepped out in
and
the
then
field
we-
of shit.
We go inside and it gets just worse from there. So we sit down and they put us all together, and
They put us in a room about this size with only 3 tables, and one was occupied by
this
old
sweet
married
couple having what
It
I
was
would
very-
imagine
very
for
obviously
anniversary
on like
dinner.
an anniversary dinner.
Maybe let's just call it date night. Let's
Yeah.
not
Okay.
let's not say that I ruined that
She-
lady's date
She
night.
had like a little.
Dude,
she
that
had
lady's
like,
going to be mad
she
no
had like a
matter
little
what.
present, and like he had gotten her flowers, and
Yeah,
like,
it was an ordeal.
It was more than date night.
I-
They've
I-
been married for
Well,
700
I
years.
apologize that I missed that cue.
So we walk in and he's leading the way, and he just does this voice.
Meanwhile,
that
we were
referred to as
drinking all day.
Uncle Rocco. And I'm sure you've heard it. It's what he does. We advertise shows.
Hey, how you doing? Listen, I got 4 of these dudes. We're gonna fucking come in here and eat some steaks and shit. You got some tables for us?
So that's literally how we walk in and get.
Oh,
And I'm,
He did
this
that
is
at
this is in
full volume.
Valdosta.
Yeah.
oh yeah, this
Yeah.
is Valdosta. So
Which,
like
if you're
we
not
walk
familiar
in
with Valdosta, it's like Diet Tallahassee with a skosh of Thomasville,
maybe a pinch of lime.
a
You know.
pinch of lime. Yeah.
And the salt of Wacola.
So we sit down, and the guy comes and takes the order, and Mason's still doing the voice.
Oh,
And I was just like, he's gonna ride this out, and I'm like, I bet you can't do it the whole time.
Well, this guy, of course, you have to prod me, right?
Yeah.
The best part is the waiter's like not writing anything down, is just staring at me. And he's like, "Is he always talk to them and not me?" He's like,
See, he just leans over.
He looks
Does
at
he
me.
always talk like this?
He's like-
that's his voice. I don't know what
it's-
to tell you.
Does he always talk like this? I'm like, yeah, why? So and Mason just looks at me and gives me this death glare, like, shit, now I've got to keep doing this. So he does, and the volume, like he mentioned, we're drinking, right? So like the volume
We've
just
been
keeps
drinking.
getting
Oh, sorry.
higher. There's a point in which that we realized there's somebody in the next room playing music, and
Piano.
we're louder.
It
than
was
them.
they had a piano bar.
Oh.
it was a dude playing, like, it was awful. Like,
I mean,
anybody that does that hustle and is good at it, fucking more props to you, bro. But this dude fucking was
he
awful.
was the Billy Joel if you ordered it off Wish.
yeah.
It was.
But I thought he had it. You know, he had like the pedal, like backing fucking tracks and like all this stuff, and he's just playing like the shittiest stuff you could ever play, and it just wasn't great. And like, there's nobody in there, and the waiter comes back. I was like, "Hey, bud, you got to put out the fucking wet floor signs when this dude plays, huh?" And he's like, "No, not at all." I was like, "I figured it'd be fucking all wet gushing in there and shit. Is that right?" He's like, It's like a fucking desert, bud. He dries up business. I was like, oh, take it you're not a fan of the Piano Man. And the whole time, this dude's trying to figure out what the fuck. And he finally, I don't know how many times I've only seen this happen to like Hooters, right? Where the waitress or the server will be like, I'm going to sit down at this table and like try to jack my tip up. This motherfucker pulls up like a miniature like keg.
Great. It was like a
plant stand.
It was like, and he just sits down and he's like, how do you know these guys, man? I was like, oh, we all fucking went to college together. Yeah, I fucking came down here when the blah, blah, blah. We did all this. And, since fucking college, we've been fucking doing this every year. He's like, where are you from? I was like, fucking Ithaca, New York, man. Where the fuck you think I'm from? And he's like, how did you end up here? Like, he just starts grilling me and just waiting for me to break. And at no point in time, I was like, not going to fucking have it. Meanwhile,
we're losing our shit.
Yeah. With Ben, who's not with us today, he's like not the guy that can hold character. And he's just like just trying not to make eye contact with anybody. And as soon as the guy leaves, Ben's like pissing himself laughing. And we tipped the guy really well. And
I think I made a couple $100 off.
Yeah,
this.
Yeah.
And the food wasn't great,
We will pay for our.
I definitely
anarchy.
wouldn't go back, but it was entertaining, and somebody had a good time, whether it was us or the couple having a
Jack's. It was called
Jack's.
Jack's.
It was
Jack's
not the
Chop
married
House.
couple
Jack's
on their
Chop
anniversary day.
fucking Jack's Chop House in Valdosta, Georgia.
So did you ever let the guy
No.
in? No.
No.
You didn't walk out and be like, all right, man, see you later.
No.
No,
No,
he
it was maintained
full,
all the way out
volume
until
Uncle Rocco as he's like waving at people, screaming at them as he goes up.
Hey, you fucking kids, have a good night.
he did that as he was holding the door open, leaving. It was
And the only time I'll do that out of town, I'll never do that at home. Like in Tallahassee.
Everyone knows you in town.
Well, not everyone, but people do know me. There was one time, but I mean, it was, it was a long time ago, but I don't tend to do that silliness unless I'm out of town. So, but it makes for an entertaining road trip, right? So, anyway,
The birth of Uncle Rocco.
yeah, Uncle fucking Rocco, clapping cheeks and staining sheets. Come on down. Let's do this.
So you guys are in a band?
Oh,
yeah. We play music.
First I've heard of it.
Yeah. Who are you? What do you do?
We're Thunder the Snake. We play rock and roll.
yeah, I'm.
There's probably a better way to describe it. But
No, there isn't.
no, I
No,
don't think that-
no,
No.
there really isn't.
no.
I like to get
Yeah.
like the bougie term. I call us alt Southern rock.
Alt Southern rock.
Which doesn't really exist as a genre, if you will, or a genre. And but every time I let somebody hear it, they're like, "Man, that's pretty fucking rock." And I was like, "We're not a rock band, we're a Southern rock band." They're like, "What's the difference?" I was like, "We're from the South."
We're just drinking.
I was like, "We're like, redneck hair metal, I guess. I don't without the glam. I don't know, man." But
Maybe you don't have glam.
anyway,
You have to be
I
skinny to be in a glam band. Like,
could you
ain't
be in a
none of us
glutton
skinny.
band if you're full figured? Would it be a glutton band and not a glam
Probably.
band?
Probably.
Okay.
We just need more glitter and sequins.
I don't think they. Anyway, so I play the bass and or the bass guitar or the bass fish, either one. And stage name is Walter Moccasin the Fourth.
Yeah, I play guitar, and stage name is Andy Conda.
I sing, and I don't even remember what my stage name is.
His name is Polly
I don't
Python.
fucking go by
No,
it.
yeah,
Shane
Polly
Ethan.
Python.
I don't
So-
go by it.
Clearly, we all have snake names because the band's called Thunder the Snake. Which I don't know if did we ever get into the reasoning behind the
It'd be a good time for people to chime in. What do you think Thunder the Snake stands?
that's-
Oh,
what does
yeah.
that
Jesus
mean?
Christ,
Yeah,
we
what do
got
you-
a ton.
Oh yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Oh
Ton of
shit.
Make
chats.
sure you look at Urban Dictionary and look for what Thunder the Snake is.
Don't tip them off.
Oh, sorry.
I was in a truck stop in
Boise,
Biloxi, Mississippi, when a stripper.
when a lot lizard came up to me and said, "Let me thunder the snake," and I said, "Yep."
Have you seen that guy's Instagram?
Mm.
Oh, that guy. We need to send him Thunder the
All
Snake and see if he'll make one.
I'll send you.
There's a dude that basically he takes these. Oh, it's a Monterey mud mallet. What's a Monterey mud mallet? It's real easy. It's when you're trying to do X, Y, and Z, and
It's
she's
just
on your,
filthy.
and then you hit her on the back of the head with your And you're like,
It's
that's
so
just
filthy.
dumb. I like how I censored that for the kids because it's an all ages show,
If
right?
there are any
No, definitely.
children watching this, that's child abuse.
Is it on my?
Hey, let's
behalf?
hit some questions. Let's hit some.
Oh,
There's
my
questions
God.
already.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
there's a bunch of them.
What
they're
the?
rolling
Oh,
in.
hey, there's Uncle Buck. Love that snake thunder. Pew pew. That's right. We love Uncle Buck.
We got Tammy. Welcome, Thunder the Snake.
Hi, Tammy.
It's good to
That's
see you.
Samantha. Welcome, Thunder the Snake.
Hi.
Thank
We got Buck again.
Oh
Mason
gosh.
makes the back pretty good backup dancer.
Oh yeah.
You do have moves.
I you know who's the best though?
He's got the moves like Jagger.
He did say Masons.
yeah.
Two
Mate.
Masons.
Mason.
Oh
Gotta have
yeah.
them both.
Oh, you know I didn't
Gotta have
catch
them
on to
both.
that semantics. So most people are anti-semantics. So I
Free the
oh
nipples.
my goodness. No,
Yeah, there we go.
I'll get that way.
Absolutely no talking about.
Buck, go
tonight.
fuck
Fuck you,
yourself.
bit, Buck.
Yep. Yep. Nope.
I
no
will
talk.
smash a
I
Paul
vote
Reed
for that.
Smith
I vote
on.
for that.
Oh,
Yeah, I will
I
smash a Paul Reed Smith on
I
video.
have
I vote for that.
I have guitar questions.
Put a pat. Air horn.
Oh, one of the best videos we've like live
Yes.
videos. Cave videos. If yeah, fucking magician with the old
Absolutely.
camera.
He captures things that I'm
Yeah.
just like, man, I wish I saw that angle when I was there.
Yeah, if you want to talk about something that makes you look like you fucking know what you're doing,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, that cat.
What
Oh,
weird
come on.
smell do you find particularly appealing?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, you know what? Oh, I got
ahead.
this
You-
one. I
you-
got this one. Our old shed that we used to practice at. And I say that because it's just nostalgia at this point. Like anytime I smell like rain and mold, it's just like
does
it was
smell
just
like
reminds me of a hot sunny Sunday afternoon where it's just steamy as hell in there.
stagnant.
We would
water,
go out and like literally squeegee out the
like
rainwater.
3 inches of rainwater that we don't know where the fuck it was leaking from.
And this would be like the first 20 or 30 minutes of practice. Like everybody, like, get the fuck out of the way if you're not helping. And
There's
just
like a
like
shop
everybody
vac.
angry with each other. And then like we turn fans on, give each other a beer, and the next thing you know, it's time to play. And it's like,
we had a dehumidifier in the thing. And
so
like,
now I miss the smell of mold.
well, mine's not as cool as yours, but there's a certain smell that a taser makes, and it's the smell of burnt ozone. And for whatever reason, I fucking love that smell. So there's that. If you ever get your little gun, hit that
He's
thing
into
up,
getting tased. That's all.
smell that thing. The smell of burnt ozone is where it's at. That's my
Yeah.
weird smell.
I was going to ask if it was just for men in the mustache or actually, from a taser.
Oh, I don't know. Is it all? This is all.
Yeah, because it's not. It looks nice. It looks like.
Oh, I groomed the shit out of this.
Yeah.
But I
It's
don't.
like 10 years younger than
With
the
the
rest of your
taser.
face.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh, with the
That-
taser.
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, you know how like Joe Dirt's beard grew on all white trash and shit.
Like mine.
Mine's like, you kind of look like a West Virginia lumberjack.
If I cleaned up the bottom of mine, it wouldn't exist.
True story. So my stuff turns gray. Like, hey, we're gonna be gray over here. We're not gonna be gray over here. It's like there's a fucking war going on my facial hair, and I'm like, part of me wants to just cut it off and be like, fuck it, I give up. But the other part of me is like, I don't care.
The only
I
thing
look-
worse
I look
than a
like
bad beard is no beard.
Yeah,
Yes.
It would come back next week anyway.
it would. It would. But I mean, right now it kind of looks like this weird alpaca chinchilla hybrid. That yeah. Anyway, I'm just gonna grow this pig out until I get told to cut it at work, and then I'm gonna start curling up the old mustache again.
Yeah, it's that Denny's camouflage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
it's good times. Shane, what smell do you like other than your own farts?
Oh, that was my answer.
Oh, okay. Ooh, smell of microwave Slim Jims. I don't know. I feel like you would.
I think I know this
I
answer.
mean, a
It's
Circle
the hot
K
dog roll or
a Circle K hot dog.
Oh,
It is. I was a little upset. I went there
yeah.
on the way home, and they had one sausage dog, jalapeno cheese sausage dog. Looked like it had been there since about 7 a.m. this morning. I didn't get it.
You prefer them older?
I got the Philly cheesesteak. They got a Philly cheesesteak at Circle K right now. It's actually fun.
Of all your Circle K culinary treats, give us your
Is
top.
it culinary or culinary?
Give us the top 5 culinary treats from
Same thing at
Circle
Circle
K.
Culinary.
a little backstory. Sheen is a Circle K hot dog roller connoisseur. If
Not
you're
just
unfamiliar,
the whole damn deli.
the whole play. I mean, my man lives at the Circle K.
It's true.
Just takes what he needs. It's very
I need what it takes.
yeah, he needs what he takes what he needs. It's very cost effective. Plus, I believe it's a great it's a great way to
Get
ward off
fat.
cancer and other things like that. I think so. Top 5 Circle K treats.
Are we
Eats.
going all the time or limited edition?
Limited edition? You're the Mount Rushmore of Circle K
Oh,
edibles.
I'm gonna go Mount Rushmore. In no particular order.
Things you actually get from Circle
the
K, not the
hamburger-
people in the parking
The
lot.
hamburger hot dog. Yes, they have a hamburger hot dog.
Okay.
What is
okay.
what is a hamburger hot dog?
I believe
It is a
dick-shaped hot dog. Or
log-shaped
dick-shaped
hot
hamburger.
dog made of hamburger meat.
Oh, I have seen those.
And then
Yep.
they now have one that's a cracked black pepper. It tastes exactly the same.
I do thoroughly enjoy their breakfast taquitos.
Oh,
yeah.
the French toast sausage.
Yes, the French toast is my favorite.
number one.
Yeah.
Get a little syrup at home.
Yes.
Dunk them in. Done.
So that's 2 spots. What's the other 3?
Well, I would have to just go a regular Circle K hot dog
Circle K hot dog.
with or without chili,
Classic.
cheese, and onions and jalapenos.
Okay.
Your choice.
With
Their pizza's actually not bad if you get it right when it's ready. But they just started doing a McGriddle knockoff, but instead of it's a pancake, sausage, egg, and cheese pancake sandwich. You need a fork and knife for it though.
I'm assuming it crumbles in your hand.
he just keeps them right here.
That's crumb catcher.
Yeah.
Also known as cookie duster.
The flavors there.
Flavor saver.
Yes.
So you heard it here first. That's the top
I got a
5.
taquito hidden up there right now.
Keeps them warm. So if you're looking at
you have your
go
overall
on a
snack
culinary
options.
exploration, Circle K is your spot.
I
So
don't
there's
know if I've ever eaten at a Circle K.
Wawa's is better though.
Yeah, get
Oh
that
hell
stuff.
yeah, Wawa.
Yeah.
But the problem is we're getting a
Getting
Wawa.
3 before I hear.
I mean, if we had a Buc-ee's, I would be at there
Right.
every day.
Oh,
yeah.
Mm.
Oh, anybody listening out there that's like artistically savvy, okay? I want you to do this. Listen to your Uncle Rocco. I want you to take the Buc-ee's logo, the fucking beaver with his hat, and he's like, "Arr!" And I want you to take Gary Busey's face, and it's Gary Busey's face with the cartoon where he's like, "Arr!" like a big old donkey, and I want to say Busey's. And I guarantee you that shirt would sell like hotcakes. All I want is just a shirt.
I know somebody personally that
Boom.
can make that happen.
Let's make-
You know Gary Busey?
Well, no.
Yeah, but somebody that looks like him, maybe. I don't.
No. I mean,
An artiste, if you will.
the art or the photo that you're talking about. I know somebody.
Hell yeah, let's
do
get it
that.
done. A caricature of Gary Busey with his big ass teeth, looking like a donkey, and it says Busey's over it, but it looks like the Buc-ee's logo. Fucking fly off the shelves.
Yeah, I bet Casey could do that.
Probably
Oh yeah,
Casey Adams.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Busey's cocaine and
her
more. Something.
digital
Bro,
art's ridiculous, man.
It is
Casey's so
fucking
freaking
nuts. And the thing about it, she doesn't really know how good it is.
good. No, she doesn't.
No.
That's when it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you do it for fun,
Yeah.
she's so good.
Oh, there's a Ryan Westmoreland question in there. Oh,
What are some of the interview questions you wish people would stop asking you?
You know, I really wish people would quit asking about Mason's sex tape. It happens. We just like to move past it.
That's a whole tape. I thought it was just a little TikTok.
Well, it's more of a reel.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a short.
short.
It repeats a couple times, but yeah. Other than that, I think it's the only one that I have an issue with.
I mean, I just needed money at the time.
Yeah, I mean,
$20 is $20.
Look, man, bass
hashtag
strings are expensive.
Hey,
That's why we only change them once every 6 years.
you know to change it
Right
every
off.
6
If
years.
that.
I didn't.
Okay.
If that.
He plays flat wound, so he's probably never going to change them ever
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
You just clean them off, wipe them down.
Yeah.
I don't even do that. Yeah, a pair of last
Oh, interview questions. Other than that,
7
I don't
years.
think
Oh.
we have any that People
You know, to be
ask.
honest with you, we have
Nobody asks
y'all
us to do
interview us, and that's about it. And usually, you guys ask, you know, those hot takes and stuff like.
It's here and the cops.
And it's usually like,
Right.
can you mow
So
So
the
my
the cop-
interviews I
those
get.
questions were like, "Did you kill him?" We're like, "Fuck you, Chad." No, I didn't kill him. So
I don't like that guy, Chad.
It's not my drugs, not even
Right.
my pants.
those aren't my pants, right? So
I got lost. Where
wait a
we
minute,
at?
you Ryan Westmoreland. Wait a minute, there's actually
There's a
there's a
bucklet.
trial by bone one.
You boys got lucky. We trained a full 14 minutes for that cage match that isn't happening.
Well, you know,
We don't have to train.
oh shit,
Come on, Buck.
you know better than that, son. We roll over in shit excellence.
We drink beer to cool us down.
And I'm just getting warmed up. Whatever that means.
Glutton band sounds like a great new style.
Dude, I'm telling you,
Yeah,
all
so
full figured fuckers doing glam metal in spandex.
You hit a big power cord and a piece of
Oh,
fried
yeah.
chicken goes to everybody in the audience.
Oh yeah. Boom. Dude, can you imagine glutton metal? It'd
What
be
was
like
what was the cartoon with the weird clown hair metal dude? What
Metalocalypse?
was that on Metalocalypse? Yeah,
Dr.
yeah.
Rock stuff?
You do.
Oh, I do cocaine.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what
that's
So-
glutton metal. I think.
Yeah,
So
glutton
it's
metal.
already-
We don't
it
sell
already
merch. We
exists.
sell hot
We just
dogs.
have
We
to
have a
bring
hot
it
dog
back.
roller at
Yeah.
the merch booth.
Dude, and the pickled eggs.
Yes.
And pickled sausage.
Why don't we just do that?
We remember Thunder the Snacks was
Yeah,
supposed
Thunder
to be
the
like
Snack.
a thing where like at our merch booth we are going to do Thunder the Snack, and it was just like, you know, everything that like
We stock
full-fledged-
up on snacks and try to do it, and then
Yeah.
I eat them.
Yeah.
I mean, we're being honest. So yeah, Thunder the Snacks. It's going to happen.
Ryan Westmoreland.
Pretty
This
much.
is a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
It's a true story.
P.S. Welcome back, Stronghold.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
I feel like
Did
you know,
you guys go to that show? I didn't make it.
I
dude,
didn't.
I wanted to go so bad, and I told Ed and Ryan, I was like, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there.
And
And then, well, here's the thing. I didn't Ryan Westmoreland them where I'm like, I'll see you at the show. And then you're like, crickets. I told him, I said, here's what happened. You guys have a great night. I followed up with them the next night. How did the show go and all those fun things. But yeah, my wife had a arranged event. Her college softball coach retired, and they had a big celebration for her, and it spilled over into my night to go see the return of the strongest of holds.
Mm.
So,
you feel like Camel Clutch is the strongest of holds.
camel clutch. You know, it's a pretty good hold. If I'm going to go as far as a spine lock goes, yes. Yes. If I was going to tell you what I think is the strongest, like most impactful, I'm going to go Texas Cloverleaf, which is the very underrated finishing move of Dean Malenko, the Iceman.
In Arn Anderson, if I'm not mistaken.
Arn Anderson was a spine busting son of a
He
gun.
was Spine Buster.
Yeah. He
Spine
Arn
6'1".
Anderson was just 6'1", 2. Yeah, we have a song about that guy. Arn Anderson was the enforcer. So basically, he wasn't like a finesse dude. He was just, I'm going to get in there and out tactician you. But he wasn't like he didn't have a cool fucking finisher. The spine buster was it, which is basically like, I'm going to pick you up with over my knee and then drop you on your back. At the end of the day, it's not super pretty, but it's highly effective. Yeah.
It broke a lot of spines.
Yeah, he busted a lot of them for sure.
Yeah.
Busting spines and nuts apparently. So
Good times.
That's why there's so many Hendersons.
true story. Holy.
All right, next question.
Uh-huh.
Samantha asks, what's the weirdest thing that happened to you this week?
This week.
And Mason, but stuff is not a weird enough answer.
Okay.
That's not weird to him anymore.
No, it's just
weirdest thing that happened.
Just wake up and there it is.
He finally got used to me.
Weird.
Weirdest thing that happened this week. That's a tough one. See, you ask these questions and it caused a fucking speed bump. And this is what Rob's talking about.
You could just talk about your Duolingo and all the phrases you.
Weirdest thing that happened this week. I taught my coworkers a phrase, and I told them it means "show me your hands." If you speak Spanish out there, feel free to translate. It was "muéstrame tu ojete," and I told them, I was like, "Yeah, it's like, let me see your hands. Muéstrame tu ojete," and I doubt anybody will respond, but it means "show me your butthole" in Spanish. And then Kyle showed me. So cool thing is Kyle learned Spanish.
Yeah.
Nice.
Habla español.
Yeah.
Cerveza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
The most important.
Yeah.
and that's still butt stuff. So I guess technically.
Oh, you know what? That
wasn't weird.
does fall under the umbrella.
That was weird.
And that's probably not the weirdest thing that happened to you all week there, Kyle.
Oh,
No, I'm trying to figure out what it was. I live a very mild, tame life.
What about when you
Yeah.
did the bullfrog? You took your ball sack, stretched it out,
That's called
and you
fat
pull it
wing.
up over. No, it's a bullfrog when you pull your nuts over and your nuts stick out, and they look like the bullfrog blowing its neck up. That's called a bullfrog. I'm the only one
I'll
that
be right
does
back.
that.
Right?
You grab the whole bag and you pull it up over the wing, and then the head of the wing is over the sack, and then the two balls are on the side of the wing, and it looks like a bullfrog.
It's also called thundering the snake.
No, thundering a snake.
That's
ball.
also why I have that mirror right over the toilet.
Absolutely, yeah. So if you ever
That's why?
bullfrog,
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we couldn't talk about butt stuff.
No, it's got nothing to do with butt stuff. It's so you can
Well, it
get a
does now.
bullfrog and you're comfortable with it. You don't have to crane
You know
your
what
neck.
starts off as a great idea, but turns
Yeah.
out to be a bad idea? Suntan lotion or like sunscreen during alone time.
What?
Yeah, I mean sometimes you just don't have the right stuff, and you just grab sunscreen.
Oh.
I mean, it doesn't burn or anything. It's just
SPF.
right. I don't know, like it's not going to be burned anytime soon, but I mean, you
Won't
could probably use a good burn to make it look a little bigger. But
You won't catch fire.
anyway, that's some weird.
Jeremy, I did have something weird happen to me that I've been wanting to talk to you about, actually.
What's that, buddy?
I'd love to hear it.
So I was in Apalachicola over the weekend.
Mhm.
We were staying at a hotel that was built in 1907. So old fucking hotel.
Yeah.
Is that the name of it?
The Gibson.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I figure old fucking hotel would be pretty sweet.
That would be pretty sweet.
Come on down to Apalachicola and stay at the old fucking hotel built in 1907 by Ricky Osgood's parents.
OFH, you know the place.
So I am on the record of I don't believe in that bullshit.
Mhm.
That
Oh
you
no,
fucking,
ghosts are real, bro.
Yeah.
They're in there.
we're laying on our bed and the bathroom is like right in my eyesight, and I fucking saw something move in that bathroom, and I'm like, no,
That was me.
I didn't see anything.
Oh,
And
you did, but
and like 5 minutes went by, and I fucking swear I saw something move in the bathroom. I told my girlfriend, I said, "Shut that fucking door now."
oh, there's something.
Ghosts can
Bro.
go through doors.
Dude, ghost will jack you off too.
I wasn't trying to see it.
It's a real story.
I was not trying to see it.
You ever
So-
had a ghost?
He
kid?
said ghost, not goat.
Ghost.
Sorry,
Yes. Yeah.
my bad.
It's similar. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. Weird stuff. You know what it probably was? The band Ghost was playing.
It was probably a reflection from
Oh,
a car going by.
oh, man, ghosts are real, bro.
No, they're not.
I'm telling you.
No, that's bullshit.
I-
It was the last of my hope. Is that what you said? That's fucking funny.
Oh man, meow, kitty cats. Yeah, that's all I got on weird shit. I think.
Kyle?
I can't think of anything weird that's happened recently. No.
I get how you look at Mason like he knows.
Dude, we would confer with each other on
Oh,
weird
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody's got their buddy in the tree with the nest and the safe
Trust tree.
trust tree. Yes, where weird shit
Well,
like
not-
something I couldn't say to you, I might be able to say to
Are we
Kyle.
not in the trust tree?
You're in the trust tree, but
Oh.
it's a different trust tree. It's like a trust tree with like, hey,
Sometimes Sometimes
Nice.
I think
Bark,
about
bark.
Nice.
the fact that I'm not going to have sex with anyone else but you guys.
All right, I got something to say for weirdest thing that's happened this week. No,
See what I did there for you?
thank you, sir.
I'm not going to move your
That
equipment.
trust tree's got nuts.
I'm not going to move your equipment, but I'll do that.
I know,
Oh, you know what the weirdest thing was?
but you do show up with beer, and we
For all of us, the weirdest thing this week, we caught Kyle's other project with
I've
Lady
been
Snake.
cheating on Thunder the Snake.
Oh
He's been
yes.
cheating on Thunder the Snake with
Yes.
with Chaos on the Crimson Wing. And as a guy-
how's that weird?
it's not weird, what I'm getting to is weird. When Reed, our drummer,
Oh, he's weird.
so if y'all never met Reed, if you saw Reed, you'd be like, oh, he doesn't know those guys.
Reed, are you here?
Reed was there.
Reed, you in the mix?
Reed was there.
Oh, there you get Reed Bailey. Yep. So Reed is that guy that you see hanging out with us. And you're like, oh, that guy's their accountant.
He looks like our sponsor.
That guy's their band manager. That guy's their sponsor from AA, something like that.
Definitely my sponsor.
And this tech jazz improv band, I forgot those cats' name. They're from Melbourne.
Ravenous Tanuki.
Ravenous Tanuki. I one time,
Wow.
Like a pasta.
you know what it sounds like? It's like when you eat bad Thai food. And it's so bad.
So we asked them how their name
Ravenous
came from, and they're like,
Tanuki. Oh my
"We
god.
just put two words together." And I was like, "Props."
Oh, I had ravenous Tanuki. It was so bad. Oh my
I woke
god.
up with a bad
That
case
Tanuki
of
was
ravenous
ravenous.
Tanuki.
Yeah,
Oh.
like, oh my god, how was your vacation? It was
Put your
great.
shoes back on. I smell your ravenous Tanuki.
Yeah, it sounds like a fungus or something. But it kind of reminds me of, y'all remember the band probably like 8 years ago. It was a pretty cool band, Diarrhea Planet.
Yes.
I got to hang out with those guys one night, and I was like, all right, I got to ask you, what the fuck's up with the name? They're like, we wanted to name ourselves something cool that like the hipster kids wouldn't fucking think was cool, and like, you know, the kids that we want to listen to us wouldn't give a shit what our name was. And I was like, yeah, you did that, bud. Diarrhea Planet. Solid. Real solid. So Ravenous Tanuki is like,
It's almost diarrhea planet.
it's almost there. It's like it's like a high class version of Diarrhea Planet.
If I knew what either
Diarrhea
of those
planet
words
if you
meant,
actually went to
Yeah.
college.
yeah.
Ravenous Tanuki sounds like a bacterial strain that gets into your lower intestines and causes a GI bleed or something. You're like, oh, why is he bleeding? Tell us, House. And House limps in. He's like, it's real simple. He's got Ravenous Tanuki. And you're like, what the fuck is that? Well, it only happens in 18.17% of 1% of people. Well, how the fuck does this guy have it? Well, it's real simple. He's from Guantanamo Bay. And you're like, what the fuck does that even mean? That's House in a nutshell, if you ever watched House.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So Ravenous Tanuki is a math rock band from Melbourne, Florida, and they're a lot of fun to play with and good dudes. So check
which
them out.
Kyle got those overalls from.
Yeah, dude was rocking some overalls. And I
If
was
you
like,
saw
yeah,
these cats, you'd be like, yeah, no,
I'm
they're
gonna
not-
wear them.
they were fucking
Yeah.
out there awesome. Anyway, weirdest thing I ever saw was Reed. Reed doesn't geek out about music. He's like, yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. But he was like getting into it and doing like old man shaking his fingers. And like, I'm sitting there talking with his wife, and I was like, look at this nerd. She's like, I think it's adorable. I was like, of course you did. You married him.
You have
But
Do you get community
you have
service
to.
points for this?
I was like, you get a tax break for having that kid in your fucking family tree. No, but I guess that was the weirdest thing.
Well,
Weird.
watching him record.
Oh, and watching him like record other bands, I was like, and I almost got mad. And then I realized there's like, well, you can't record us playing, and he does such a great job. Like, a year ago when at Warrior on the River when I did the karaoke, he recorded the greatest karaoke video ever, and I'm like, man, where's this? Why don't you get out there? Oh yeah, you're playing drums.
He's
Shit.
over there giving people like direction. He's like iPhone up, and he's like, all right, dude. He's doing this, and he's like doing angles, and like he walked all the way around the stage, like pushing people
Dude,
out of the
and-
way.
No, and
And
the
like-
best part was one dude that was sitting over there against the thing was like trying to move Reed out of the way, and he looks at him and was like, fuck you, I'm Reed. And it was like, just
So, fun fact, that was my dad.
yeah, your dad almost
So-
got his ass beat by Reed. It's-
So, like, my dad was
your dad was like, move, get out of the way.
So
And
my
Reed was like, fuck off. And just he didn't do that. Reed was like, oh, slid over like an inch and kept recording. But
That's not what my dad said. My dad was like, that motherfucker got in my way. And I was like, Dad, it's a show.
It's a show.
It happens.
You don't get the fucking.
He doesn't get out a
Right.
whole lot to go to things. So I was like, it's fine. Like I know.
Well,
him,
you
it's
should be
good.
like, he's in the other band I'm in, Dad. You know that, right? Feel free to stand up and walk around with the camera.
Yeah.
Feel free to kick him his ass.
Feel free to get in the VIP booth next time.
Yeah.
You know,
Jump on stage.
get
Grab
on.
a microphone.
Yeah, why not, man? It's
First of all, the
926. There's
VIP
no
booth
rules.
At 926 is in the bathroom.
The second stall to the left.
That's the me IP. Like I'm a whatever. Anyway, so that was the weirdest thing I saw was Reed giving it hell. I thought that was awesome. Let's get to like some real shit
Yeah.
because I feel like
Yeah,
I'm just rambling.
What do y'all
and
want to know? What do y'all want to know?
People don't like me that much.
Speaking of Reed,
Oh, there he is.
how come Kyle is allowed to touch Shane's beard, but I am not?
He likes me.
Well, I think we just went over that.
Yeah.
He's got ravenous tanuki. Oh my
Who was the worst visitor you've ever had, and what did they do?
Ravenous Snooki.
That's what they did.
Worst.
They took off all their
visitor
clothes and
I've
gave
ever
it-
Like
Wow.
in visitor, as in, let me tell this fun story. Hosted my kid's birthday party one of the years. Probably, I don't remember if it was the first or second kid. Probably it was the first kid. And we get a bounce house, and like you do for your kids' birthday parties, right? And dude shows up, and he's kind of, you know those people you deal with, and you're like, all right, yeah, dude's different. He's touched, if you will. And you're like, cool, man. I'm proud of you. You got a job and you're doing your thing. And it's kind of just a weird social dude, right? And first off, the guy walks up to me. He's like, hey, how are you doing? Sticks his left hand out. And I was like, left hand handshake. Okay, that's cool. Whatever. That's weird. Here we go. Does his thing, sets it up. He's telling me and then he starts like asking questions that the guy that sets up the bounce house at your house shouldn't be asking you. Hey, what do you do for a living? So whenever somebody asks me that, and I'm like, you shouldn't be asking me that question. I'm going to answer really dumb stuff like, oh, I'm a guidance counselor at a high school. And he's like, oh, where do you? I was like, oh, I'm the guidance counselor at, this private school out so-and-so. It's called, H.H. Craig. And he's like, oh, that's cool. And then he's talking. He was like, hey, I don't normally do this. Any possible way I could use the bathroom? I was like, yeah, that's totally fucking not cool. But yeah, go for it, Thinking my man's just going to go hang dong and let it get done. That motherfucker sat in my bathroom and blew that shit up to the point that I was like, the whole first floor of my house smelled like this dude's dump. And he comes out and he's like, oh, I had some bad Indian food last night. I was like, bro, get the fuck out of my house. Get out. And I'm like, I have a party in 20 minutes and you just blew up the downstairs bathroom. Get out.
That ravenous tanuki. Man.
Yeah, dude had ravenous tanuki. So the moral of the story is don't eat Indian food. So
Did he fuck up your terry cloth robe, though?
shut your mouth.
I'm just asking.
You know what? That
Dude,
that
you
was
know
a
how
long
often I get
time.
Indian food on the way to practice?
All the time?
All the time. So like on the corner
Well,
of
just don't eat ravenous tanuki.
on the corner of Mahan and Capitol Circle, like there's this little tiny strip mall, and it's next to that Zaxby's. It's this Indian grocery store, and they have the best samosas. They're so good, and they're like $1. So you just go in there and just get like a
Did
handful
you
of them.
bring those to practice once?
Yeah,
You had a
they're
whole
fantastic.
bag of like random.
I feel like Kyle would eat truck stop sushi. Like, just not even.
Oh, I've been there. Yes.
The truck
Circle,
stop?
circle
No,
good.
No.
I don't eat it.
No, the Indian joint.
Yes,
Yes.
I thought,
Sorry, Circle
I thought
K
Shane was
sushi.
Circle
I
K
had-
has great
I had to think of
samosas.
Shane's like it's number 6 on the list, but you only asked for 5.
Their empanadas aren't bad.
All empanadas are good.
I mean, just meat.
Pretty damn.
I don't know if it was the owners that was there, but there's somebody working there. They're very friendly and shit. They were,
Well, that's weird.
yeah, they're
don't
closing
like
up, and
that.
I was
Like
getting
Mason friendly or Shane friendly?
On a scale of Shane to Mason.
I'm gonna say the middle.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
like-
So
like-
somebody you'd actually like to be around. Okay.
Yeah. But no, like they were closing.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
They were closing, and then I was getting in to go play, and I don't remember the fucking conversation. It was like 2 years ago now at this point. But I just remember they were just very friendly.
Yeah.
And, thank you for coming, and all this other shit. They're trying to fucking close and everything. And
We need to find out what that place is called and give them a shout out.
Yeah, we
yeah, they were really good. It was really good. Yep.
I'm down for a culinary exploration.
A
That means
culinary exploration.
Well, I mean Indian food. Yeah, you know what? I'll try it. Whatever.
Isn't that called a colonoscopy?
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who that
Just
is?
got real quiet.
Oh, snap. 850 Media Productions up in the chat.
Hey, Kyle's here.
Kyle's here. That's
What up,
always
man?
Nice.
This guy had a story
Dude,
behind the band No Part.
greatest thing ever. So, number one, if you don't know who Kyle from 850 Media Productions is, go watch his videos up there with what K Video or
Yep. Pat.
Pat.
Dude, his
Fantastic.
stuff is so good.
And Kyle's one of those cats that you just like. We got hooked up through a friend of ours, Caleb McLeod, and the Constant. And he was like, "Hey, would it be cool if my friend comes and records you guys?" And we're like, "Yeah, who gives a shit? Deal, as long as we have access to it." And we're thinking like, some Giga Chad.
Read with his iPhone.
Yeah, we're thinking some himbo Giga Chad with his fucking iPhone, and he makes some sweet fucking dude comes out and he's got a gimbal and all this other cool shit, and he's like got actually good audio and like the lighting's awesome. We're like, this is fucking awesome. So Kyle gives us our stuff, lets us use it as long as we tag him, all those fun things, and then he starts getting these other gigs where he's producing stuff. And he did what's the young kid's name that's fucking the shred wizard?
Ben Floweroy?
Something like that.
Floweroy?
Flournoy.
Yeah,
Flournoy.
Flournoy.
Yeah. Kid's unbelievable. Kyle goes and videos this dude, and like the
Whoa.
video, it looks amazing. Like that kid looks like he should be in Nashville. Like it's so. I don't think people understand the importance of video production on really selling your yourself as a overall product, and I think that's why Reed does it so well. Reed owns a marketing company, is his normal thing where he does marketing for people.
So Kyle's actually done stuff for the couple of like the country dudes in town as well. And like, so I would say if you're a band and you're looking to look better than you are, not saying that the country dudes are bad or we're bad,
Looking
but
for like professional,
if you
like
want
some real high end,
he's going to make you look better than you can ever imagine.
And anyway, so fast forward, we're playing that showcase, and the cat from the bass player, he was filling in for No Parts, was like, the guys are like, "Hey, you got to get here, man. This kid's getting after us about your bass rig." I was like, "Fucking tell him, turn it on, go nuts." I was like, he's not going to blow it up. And I get there and the kid's super fucking nice. He's like, "Man, I've never gotten to play on something as, big as this or as nice as this." I was like, "No worries, man. Do your thing, blah, blah, blah." And we're hanging out backstage and I'm watching Nova. I was like, "Man, this band is fucking out there. Like everybody in that band is fucking unbelievably good." So after they come back, I was like, "I got to know what's the deal with the band name." They're like, well, they're talking, and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And they're like, we're all, I was like, "No, I don't."
Yeah.
They're like, "Well, he's a fill-in bass player, but all of us are, I was like, "I don't know." I'm like,
No.
what do I don't know? They're like, we're all gay. I was like, "Oh, cool. So what does that have to do with the band name?" They're like, "No Parts is strap on backwards." I was like, "You're my new favorite."
I
fucking
didn't
local
even
band.
know that.
Dude, I had a long conversation. I was like, "Do you understand how fucking genius that is?"
That's
I
hilarious.
was like, "That is brilliant." I didn't even know it until I had to write it down and look at it.
Holy shit. That's
You want to talk
hilarious.
about some of the most humble musicians
and phenomenal
and
musicians.
dude, the singer, she's fucking unreal. And the cellist, man, like if you've ever tried to play the cello, that's
something a normal person does.
Yeah, I mean, right.
Just pick it up.
Wait a minute.
I just pick it
You
up.
guys played a show with them at the Moon, didn't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Amy and
those
Sarah.
showcases were great, man.
Yes.
Those showcases did a lot of really cool things. I think the only downside is I think we as a music scene probably got a little greedy with them and started trying to shit them out too quick. I think that showcase should be built maybe once a year or twice a year kind of thing, like a fall and a spring one, and really fucking make it like a thing to get to, because I think cats like Tragic would be awesome on that.
Yes.
Like I would love to see those cats on a big stage,
That would
like
be rad.
at the Moon.
Yes.
I would love to see probably my second favorite metal band in town behind this hideous strength, behind the Stronghold. I would love to see Fighting Giants on the stage at the Moon.
I like to see This Dying Breed too.
I'd like to see those guys, but there's so many other good bands that you're like, I want to see those cats play at the Moon. And I think what happened is we just got kind of excited. And the first turnout was great, and the second turnout was pretty good, and the third turnout was not so great, and it kind of died off. But I think if we hit that thing at like a once a year or twice a year kind of thing, we could really blow that shit out. And I think Scott Carswell would probably be on board with that if we can get back to pro, because there's nothing. Look, Warrior or Legacy, I haven't been out there since, but I've seen video. The new sound, everybody and their mom's like, dude, it sounds so unreal good. And we haven't gotten to play there yet. 926 is fantastically awesome, but there's a different level when you get to play at something like the Moon.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of cats that are in the local scene might never get to that point. It's
a big deal for us. We like,
dude, Shane and I have been playing local music for over 20 years, and we played a lot of shows. We played with a lot of nationals. We played with people that probably had no business playing with, and none of them were at the Moon.
Yeah.
And at the Moon, like it was awesome. And then we got turned on to our probably favorite sound guy in Tallahassee, meeting Dwayne from Moon Rocks.
Dude, he mixed for us on Saturday.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic.
Man.
Shout out to Dwayne, man.
Yeah.
Dude's the best.
If you ever get to see Moon Rocks, check him out. That dude, he's like Shane's brother from another mother. But
so I did talk to him on Saturday. He's going to play with Thunder the Snake in August.
Hell yeah.
At 926, I
Hell
believe. Yeah. So
working on something maybe a little bit earlier than that too.
Oh, really?
Can't say, but
can of corn.
We're talking. We're in the talking stage.
They don't talk to me.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm embarrassingly available, so they just know I'm ready to play.
Embarrassingly available. It's never an embarrassing thing.
That's accurate, though.
I don't have anything going on.
You do, man. You're living, brother.
I'm living,
brother.
You didn't even have anything weird happen this week.
True story.
I'm just waiting on the
Except for the
next time
bullfrog.
I get to have pizza. And last time was like 2 hours ago.
Living for pizza. Yeah, so there's that. Meow. So no parts.
Strap on.
Strap on, strap off, whatever. Legendary name. Fantastic band. That's part of. I think that's part of the kind of the unintentional byproduct of having two amazing school of music or music schools in one town. Because FSU and FAMU both have amazing school of music programs, and man, I can think for years. The only downside is those cats don't stay in Tallahassee forever. They play a little bit and leave, and I mean, this is what we're going on a year ago since the Moon, just about, right?
Yeah, roughly.
And you think about Northie.
Time is a flat circle.
Okay, it's a flat circle, brother. Words of wisdom with Uncle Shane. Time is a flat circle, brother. You think about it, it's like Northie came, went, gone.
Are they gone?
Well, they like kind of did their thing and just.
I think some of them are still around and doing some other things in town, but I think for the most part, I think they're done. They had like a reunion show recently.
But it was really cool to see that it was like
they were good.
We kind of jumped in at the tail end of like that wave of that resurgence of local music with the college scene. And like there's a lot of local stuff and like local guys, but those college kids like Retrograde.
Yeah.
Like those cats are the ones that are pushing stuff. And you see a lot of it like bands like Falls Chase, where it's like they're just playing every single week. But it's like every single week they're throwing down at 100 miles an hour, and you're just like, y'all, how do you fucking keep up with that? So
miss having that energy.
yeah, amen. Like
I never got that level of energy.
I think
to start with.
I think the best run we had back in the 27 South days was 5 shows in 3 days, or 5 shows in 4 days, something like that. And like I couldn't imagine doing that now. So anyway.
Well, don't get quiet just because I'm.
Oh, well, you moved the
Oh, I
mouse, so
thought
we
you were
all
a
shut
question.
down. Is there any other questions?
Oh, there's a lot of questions. Shane's going to
Let's-
take a moment. He's going to squeeze past you real quick.
Oh, he's squeezing. All right, goodness.
Come on in.
Get you,
Oh,
get you a handful.
It's fucking fist fighting.
you guys are close. That shouldn't be locked. I'd hope not. There we go.
So Shane and I, like,
He has a hard time.
I'll
with
tell you all
doors.
the
No more locked doors.
3-2 none rule. So 3-2 none rule is pretty simple. Shane and I have been best friends for probably coming on 30 years, maybe
Damn.
30 plus years. And there's a rule you have with your male best friend. You can only see their penis 3 times before you can no longer be friends with them. And Shane and I have been flirting with disaster for the better part of
I'm traveling down the road and that penis is disaster.
we've been flirting with disaster for the better part of like the last 15 plus years. Cause you know, you get drunk and you know, it's not like, hey, look at my dick, but it's like
Bullfrog.
it's maybe something like that. Maybe it's you get an extra
Snake.
Thunder the snake. You get extra lubricated at a shindig, and you might just be like, "Hey, look at this! It's a wristwatch," and you're like, "That's your dick," or whatever. You know? So
Again.
yeah, we've been. It's basically the 4th time is like, "Yep, it's over. You can't be friends anymore," and we've been on 3 for a while, and
3 a days.
it's basically like to the point like we slept in a hotel room, same hotel room in Valdosta, separate beds. I don't know why. It's so much different. So like if you've ever been on the road, if you've ever toured as a band, or you've ever like gone in that weird fucking like brocation, or where you load up all your friends and each person has a backpack and some wet wipes, that's basically like going on the road in a band, and like you're just fucking. Dude, I remember like sleeping, all of us scared shitless, and I don't know where the fuck we were in Orlando, but I remember sleeping in the corner of somebody's apartment, just being like, all of us were close to each other. We're like, okay, I'm going to be here just in case if something happens, you get up and let's go. And like, there's just been nights that's been like, you don't know whose house you're sleeping at. And you're just kind of like on guard. And like, so you get used to snuggling up with your lead singer. So Kyle's missed out on a lot of that.
Is it one
Did
of those
I?
things where you're doing head to foot?
Oh no, nuts to butts, man.
Okay.
I mean, here's the thing: it's conservation of energy.
Yeah.
So it's less about exploring each other's orifices as it's more about conservation of energy and resources.
Whatever you tell yourself.
Survival mode.
Yeah, survive. It's survival. So swervival.
Spoon for
Yeah, Spoon Man was a song about 2 dudes hanging. Anyway,
spoon first, fork later.
still no forking, but anyway. So yeah, you can't see your best friend's
No
penis
parts.
more than 3 times.
Jade says,
Jade, we miss you.
That's it.
No, it's not Percy's.
It's not.
That place is
You think
also very
you think
good.
that's Percy's?
I haven't been there yet.
I don't know.
Been there? It's
I'm-
good. It's
yeah.
good.
No, I'm saying you think that says Percy,
Percy's.
Percy's.
or something.
persist.
Like, yeah. like
Well, how do you say it?
I don't know.
Am I saying it wrong?
I don't know. I just thought you said Percy's like it was Percy Jackson. And I was like Diet Harry Potter. And I was like, hell no.
I missed the enjoy that was on Appalachian Parkway.
Yes. Sam Rat.
Sam Rat.
Yes.
Yes, that was the best.
Dude, I love
In
me
my
some Indian
opinion.
food.
Yeah,
I am up for that kind of hurt.
Essence
any day
is
of the
good.
week. Yes.
Essence is definitely good.
Yes.
I liked the rice pudding
yes.
at Sam Rat a little bit more.
So Purchase does a lunch buffet.
Yeah.
And it'll ruin your afternoon
I'm all
in the
about that.
best way possible.
I'm all about that life.
Oh my
Guaranteed.
gosh.
Cool thing about Indian food is it doesn't change color; it just goes straight out.
Oh yeah, you can be really
Changes the
efficient
plumbing,
and just
yeah.
get it on a plate and put it right in the toilet.
And then you're saving
Just,
paper.
Yeah, then just bypass the whole system and altogether.
Do you ever realize that like Thai restaurants all sound like STDs? Like Riang Thai, Bon Thai, like those all sound like things you're like, man.
I got the ravenous tanuki.
I was giving this gal a ravenous tanuki down at the Flying J, and I ended up with a case of Riang Thai. You ain't gonna believe this shit. So, anyway,
So those
Thai
are the
food.
stories you were telling about me while I was gone.
no, it was just talking about cup and saucer.
It's fine.
Anyway, next question, please.
This is for Rob, actually.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
Steven, Ember Fading, Air Horn.
See,
You've finally seen a ghost.
No, that-
Steven knows what's up.
no, nope.
Melissa says yes, ghost.
And now you're gonna.
So
poop.
we have a funny
We all got
story and
coronavirus.
pictures about the Ember Fading video recording.
Break this whole room. I apologize.
Just tear it up.
Now it's locked.
Rob fucked
Dude,
it up.
it feels
every
like
time.
you just got
You can actually leave that
Pictures
cracked a
about
little bit too. There you go.
You mean
Uh,
Shane?
Right there.
So there was ghost at that.
Huh?
There was ghost.
You
at
said
that.
Rob fucked up the door. You meant Shane.
No. Remember when you fucking fell over backwards here or some shit and took out one of the panels?
Dude, there's no shame in falling
Did
down
I?
when you're
I put it
fucking.
back,
I've done
yeah.
it before.
Okay. Anyhow,
I'll probably do it later. It's fine.
Oh, we're
One
all
in a row.
crashing through this shit.
See, there's ghost in the Ember Fading video. Boom.
Where was? Oh, here's a good one. Can we
Tell me.
please get a show with Thunder the Snacks?
Yeah, like well, remember the last or 2 times before we showed up with all the different cheese balls and cheese puffs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean that's a good thing.
you showed up with bourbon, so that
I did show up with bourbon.
yeah, that's plenty.
We're gonna shoot a.
Cheese puffs,
bourbon on a
Tapatio
budget.
pickles,
Oh.
Slim Jims.
Did y'all see that Tapatio pickle video? That was brilliant.
No,
I mean, it was kind of
Yes, I think I
erotic.
did. Yep.
With
But it was definitely
2 men sharing a big old honking
Oh.
pickle is erotic, but
yeah.
the pickle juice in a beer is fantastic. So there's that. Anyway, yes, Ryan, we can. How about we show up to your practice space and we thunder some snacks together? You can strongly hold on my snacks while we thunder them.
Sounds like some cup and saucer shit right there.
Oh, cup and saucer. Never hurt anybody.
Jade
Oh.
says, I don't even know. APNA.
A pan of agua. Where we going? What does it say there? It says Kyle and I showed a room. I bought the how to fall asleep or whatever.
Jade, you can
Sorry,
hop in.
Baxter,
You can
you
hop
know.
in when
Oh, can we go to the one right above that reads?
read. Oh yeah.
Let me elaborate on what he just wrote here.
Because I got no fucking idea what he
it's
said
not.
there.
Yeah, if my mouse is working.
You need a full grown rat. Fuck a mouse.
All
There
right.
we go.
So Reed says Kyle and I shared a room. I taught him how to fall asleep. Let me
That is true.
let me enlighten everybody what really happened. So we're in there. It's long days. I don't think you've ever recorded. It is mentally taxing. You're tired. You've probably been drinking all day. Like if you're like me and you weren't
Like
recording your guitar parts, and it's like bass and drums and vocals day. So Reed's like, I taught him how to fall asleep. So here's how the story started. And Reed, I hope you're paying attention because I don't know if I've reiterated this to you. So we'd all been drinking. We're all a little inebriated, right?
Like lubricated, not
So like,
I
and
was fucked up.
yeah.
don't get me started
So,
on
like-
chocolate bars.
So it's just me and Reed. We're like everybody else has gone to bed, and I was like, "All right, man, well, I'm gonna go to sleep." And he goes, "All right."
Don't get me fired.
He goes, "All right, man, let me show you this cool technique on how to fall asleep." And I was like, "Okay." I'm always up to learn new things,
I know,
especially
right?
if it's going to sleep.
It's like, all right,
And
I've
like-
seen this movie on Skinamax.
Yeah, it's close,
There's all fun
Um,
yeah.
Yeah,
a
well,
little grainy. You have to
my mom
like.
wouldn't buy that channel, so it was like, you know,
Yeah.
I had to like
Dude, you're over the analog
catch a
cable
titty here
box.
and
So
there.
so
Yeah.
catch a titty here and there.
Song title.
Yeah,
Catch a titty
that's
here.
how we write music.
Basically.
Catch a titty here and there. So basically, he was going through. He's like, all right, inhale, exhale.
Sounds like some hippie shit.
So he was like doing this, and he was like telling me how to like breathe and like say a word, and then exhale and say a word. And I was just like, Reed, the reason I can't go to sleep is because you're still talking. And he's like sharing this like 20-minute story about
Reed's
how
giving
to
a
fall
master
asleep.
class on how to
And
fucking
it's like-
go to sleep.
And it seems like really good, but I'm just like, dude, I need to go to sleep. And he goes, all right, yeah, we'll just try it. And I'm like, I would like to.
Relax.
He's like, all right, well, I'm gonna watch TV. And I'm like, okay, well, we're just gonna roll over. And then it actually did work because I was just like, all right, we're gonna have to try it because I can't fall asleep right now. And it worked. So thank you, Reed. I actually have used it since. I don't want to give him too much crap because I have used it. And it's pretty effective.
That's the thing with Reed, man. He's like,
Reed
He's
taught you how to
full of
breathe.
facts.
so Reed is a 70-year-old man trapped inside of a 40-year-old man's body.
He's the future new Dos Equis man.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yes.
Man.
Guaranteed. The
Yeah,
man of adventure is that's Reed's unofficial. Like Dos Equis, most interesting man in the world. Go fuck yourself. Here it comes. Dos Equis, man of adventure. That he once taught a grown ass man how to fall asleep in a Valdosta hotel room. Like that.
By
That's
breathing.
Yeah.
gonna
He
happen.
Right,
can do 1.5
Yeah.
pull-ups.
Yeah, he can do 1.5 pull-ups.
1.5 pull-ups. Have you seen
He
his
can
golf
park an
swing?
Have
F-250.
you seen? He can
No,
back-
I-
he can't
So
park a.
I wish Reed was here to like try to defend himself with his parking skills of how to park an F-250, but really,
Well,
he
you know,
provides
the
the
frame-
best
the frame is
excuses
bigger.
as
It
to
was.
why
It
he
was.
did not.
It was real. Here's what it breaks down to.
The frame is bigger.
He didn't want any of us in his truck. That's all it breaks down to. He's like, no. You just can't just park that anywhere. I was like, look at all these F-250s parked everywhere.
And then
He's
it's
like,
funny because
this
like,
is an older one. It's different. I
and
was
it's
like,
funny.
sure.
Ben has about the same size truck, and Ben's like, and Kyle drives.
Right.
He's like, I don't feel like driving.
I was like,
Kyle
how
drives.
is this a good idea? Okay, let's go.
Meanwhile, I got the old dad wagon and having Shane Simmons drive around with me and my Subaru is the funniest thing ever. Because everybody's like, they're the cutest little lesbian couple. They're in flannel and getting coffee together. And so we had a good old time.
Told everybody we were from Portland.
And nobody,
Nobody batted an eye.
not a once. But yeah, Reed is he's an old soul. He's into old man
No,
things.
he's an old man.
He's got an old soul.
Silver Fox. if
He's
you
the
will.
silver
He's an
fox.
old man.
Dude, yeah, the fact that like all of his hair.
Inhale. Oh, don't think. Thank you, Reed. Don't think
don't.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
See, that's why I haven't been sleeping well lately. 'Cause I forgot
Inhale,
the
don't
words.
exhale.
Man, it actually does work. So it's like,
I mean, look at that picture.
don't,
Look at that majestic fuck up there. He's a silverback.
Fox.
and it basically just shuts your brain down.
Anyway,
I mean, not that mine's ever overactive.
Oh,
But-
apparently it is.
Yeah.
Just not in the good ways.
Yeah.
here's a question.
Is this therapy again?
Pretty much.
Thanks.
I don't know. I just said here's a question. So, if somebody was to write a book about the history of a certain weird thing, would you be likely to read it?
Can you elaborate?
I could elaborate. You ready? So, I want to write a fictitious historical fiction book about the history of the glory hole. Right?
I'd read that shit.
Is there
Yeah,
really?
what the-
I would.
Oh,
Some-
glory hole?
so-
No,
Yeah,
no, I thought she said there's a song about it.
She did.
there is. Yeah, Steel
About
Panther.
the
I
history of the
looked over
glory
there
hole.
and then got blinded by that yellow light. Like,
So you know, while people
Right now,
like
I'm
think about these people digging up like Egyptian pyramids
Tilted
and like
That's right.
Mayan ruins and Incan ruins and all these like civilizations that lasted
that riverboat in Porky's.
hundreds and hundreds and thousands of
He
years
said
ahead.
glory hole. I thought Porky's.
And at some point in time, somebody's like, "What's that hole for?" It's at waist level. What's in the next room? Oh, there's a bench.
These nuts.
What is that for? And like somebody had to put that together, like, oh, and then you have to ask the question, like, simple, what came first, the chicken or the egg? What came first, the glory or the hole?
He did.
Did some
He
well,
definitely did.
Well, you have to insert in the hole to get the glory, though.
Well, here's the deal. Did somebody drill the hole and
I mean,
said,
who's
I'm going to
Neil?
wait here until somebody puts one of those through here?
He wants to know
Or
who Neil Armstrong.
Did somebody
Glory
cut the
holes
hole, stick theirs in there, and say, I'm just going to hang out here until
Let's face
something
it,
happens?
you know for sure it was the dude that was just like, there's a hole.
So,
It's about the right size. Let's see what
common
happens.
thought process
drywall
tells
looks
me
wet.
there's a hole at waist level. A guy's just going to walk in and put his in there.
All right, so I have a question
Okay.
for everybody sitting at this table, because other company don't have the parts to do so.
You can buy them.
All right.
Shane, you can sit this round
So-
down as well.
No parts.
So real talk. Have you ever put your dick in a glory
Oh,
hole?
no.
No.
Number one, couldn't reach it. Number two, I've never had any interest in it. Like, because my thing is like, what's on the other side? I'm a very emotional, like, passion guy. I got to have a bond. That's why me and my old lady have been together for 48 years, and I'm not even 48 years old. But I feel like we've been, yeah. I can't. I'm not that one night stand dude. So I'm definitely not the, hey, there's a hole in the bathroom stall. Let me stick my thumb in there and see what happens. No.
No.
I know Shane's done it because I've been
Shane?
on the other end.
There is the rest stop in Ozark, Alabama on I-10.
Okay.
What exit is it?
I don't remember the exit number. I was drunk.
Jeremy?
See, these married dudes over
No.
here are gonna, oh no, I would never. I don't even care what's on the other side. I once got kicked out of a fucking petting zoo. I'll just let you figure out why.
Kyle, where are you at on glory holes? You going in? Going
No,
out?
no.
He's
I'm not.
married.
Yeah.
So let's
My
hit
wife's
this spot. Let's ask the next question. Say you're in the stall.
Yeah.
You're maybe you're making a number two. Maybe you're just playing whatever the hell's on your phone at the time, and here it comes. What are you doing to that dick? I'm going to tell you, I'm going uppercut followed up with a karate chop. And I'm going to karate chop that thing.
With your hands?
Oh yeah, I'm
No.
gonna, dude. I'll speed bag a
Bro,
dick.
you got shoes and shit.
You know, if it's a bathroom stall and
yet
I'm sitting there
wondering
and, like,
if
something
glory hole
comes
the way it's
through.
supposed to.
I'm gonna stick toilet paper in the toilet, wet it a little bit, and just put it on top, make them think something's happening, and see how much wet toilet paper I can stack on top of it.
That sounds like you jerked the dude off with toilet paper.
He's gonna be like, "This is strange."
You're just piling up wet toilets.
You're making paper mache fucking dicks.
making shit balls on, and not spit balls, but shit balls on top of. Shane, what are you doing? You uppercutting, pocket knifing? What you doing?
Oh, I thought we were already talking about Porky's earlier. I mean,
No.
I'm gonna grab that thing and yank it like it's a fire hose.
You're
With his
going to
throat.
work, is what you're.
There's one hard
I'm
thing.
telling you. I can
Has,
see.
has no one seen Porky's?
Like you're
has no
starting a
one
lawnmower?
seen the
Porky's
American
can.
classic that is
I've seen
Porky's.
Porky's.
1983.
So
I
yeah,
realized that no one here was born then.
and then you have to wonder is there a girl equivalent to a glory hole?
What?
Is there a lady equivalent to the glory hole?
Now it's your turn for the
Yeah,
question.
there you go. Do you just like back it up in
Lady
there?
equivalent?
Yeah, like you just throw the noche
I-
up
I've
in there, and
seen-
somebody's like, "Oh, let me get in there."
I feel like the Japanese have probably invented it.
I've seen
Japanese
in-
would have done that.
I've seen in videos on certain sites
Sure,
where
on videos.
Documentaries, if you will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
documentaries
yeah.
where
Human
the
behavior.
girl lays down and they're like on a
Oh,
a platform.
Dude,
It
Yeah.
has to be the Japanese.
no,
That's just something-
Netherlands.
Did you say a conveyor
Czech
belt?
Republic?
Conveyor
Man.
belt.
Yeah.
I
There-
get groped pretty heavily in the bathroom.
Oh my God, what bathroom are you going to?
Like mine, all of them.
And I was
Oh,
gonna say
well,
which
I
one
mean,
because I
if
was
it's in your
there.
house-
I'm
all of
actually
them.
quite drunk, so there's that. But
Man, golly.
she
Like
makes
in
out
general,
with
or
me
when you're in
later.
Well,
All right.
all right. So we've covered the most important things that are going on in today's society.
Yeah,
The
so
history of
what kind of
glory
strings
holes.
you running?
Oh yes.
It's on.
Theodario
Yeah.
1149s.
Oh,
I
Oh, we're back
emailed
to
it,
the
but I can
boring
send
part.
it to you.
I run 11s on everything.
Okay.
Anything else, I'm gonna bend out of tune within like 30 seconds.
Okay.
I'm
So-
really heavy-handed.
There.
We'll
I made this just for Rob. Boom. That's the
Oh,
old,
look at
the old Thunder the Snake
Outstanding.
bassist Walter Mox in the 4th rundown. That's a orange Terra Bass 500 head into the Ampeg SVT 212 AV.
Worst
With,
glory hole I've ever had.
I know. It'll get you every time. Then it runs into the Shane's Mom's Big Muff Bass Deluxe Polytune tuner, Boss Wireless into the Walter Matthau Signature Bass, some flat wounds by Diodario Tromes, and the Ernie Ball 88 pick shit bitches. So yeah, I'm gonna send it to Rob, but yeah, I did make a fun video of it all.
One point I want to make here. I thought you played a Firebird.
Hey, Kyle.
Thunderbird.
You ever need
Thunderbird.
I have a
someone to
Thunderbird,
sleep,
yeah.
Mason to talk about a setup. You will fucking be out in 12 seconds.
I'm sorry, he was saying the gauge of strings, and then that's that why you're snoring.
Well, because he put me to sleep.
I was listening to Robinson and then you lost me.
Walter Moccasin.
Well, truck all of you.
Hey, I was listening, bud. Go
I
for
know.
it.
I enjoyed
Go
that.
for it.
I thoroughly enjoyed
I
that.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
I had to humor you because
Yes.
they give you shit all the time. I
Yeah.
felt like let me just do it.
Thank you. Good
and,
shot.
And I set it up. I was like, here we go. So
I'll ask a serious question.
all right,
How do you like that orange head?
I love it.
You guys like the sound it puts
Dude,
on?
I like so 3 of us are running orange heads right now.
Because I've been staring at orange. I used to run an Ampeg SBT
Ooh.
Pro 2.
So my wife plays the orange. Like, he's got the orange Terror 500. Is that what it is? And my wife's got the orange 8200,
Yeah.
which is a freaking monster. And it probably weighs like 90 pounds. It's just a head. It's
Which
like
is why
it's
I
like an
switched to
Ampeg
the Terror.
SVT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben and I are both running Rocker Verb Mark IIIs. And I love that amp to death. It's so freaking good. It's got the EL34 power section. I think 312 AX7s. And just the attenuator on it makes it very gig friendly. You can just run it just balls to the wall and then actually have it like quiet volume. Not that we ever do.
Attenuator?
Yeah, it's this
We
thing.
don't do quiet volume.
Attenuator is like where you take the actual tone and just cut some of the volume down, but still maintain the same tone. Yeah, so you can play it like bedroom level volumes,
Right. It still had that tone.
with the same thickness.
Yeah.
Closest thing you'll see to that currently is the Boss Katana has a 3 setup
Yeah,
deal where it's like half watt, 20 watt, 50 watt,
yeah,
and cuts the volume in half, but you still get that same feedback of jamming up your gain and your master.
So you still get to run the preamp tubes hot, the power amp tubes hot, but it actually is just cutting stuff off like
That's
the phase
pretty
inverter
cool.
right before. So
And they're pretty an attenuator just to buy one is pretty expensive because depending on the wattage and nowadays, man, it's stupid. Like you have the Terror, the
yeah,
15 watt. That thing is sick.
I have the orange
Terror
Tiny
Rising.
Terror as well.
Yeah.
And dude, I mean, I love amps. Amps are my thing. Let's start talking about it. Done. You guys can check out. It's amp time. So I've got a Rocker Verb, the Mark 350 watt. I've got the orange Tiny Terror, which is like the grab and go. It's like always in the car as a backup amp. Dodger Z Maz 18.
Wait, you keep an amp in your car
He keeps.
He brings it with him.
at
Yeah.
all times?
No, no,
What
no,
if
no.
an emergency happens?
He brings it with him to
What if he
like
gets a
show.
flat tire and just has to play guitar?
Yeah, I mean, like,
What if the fate of the world depends on him playing guitar?
And he has to play Master of Puppets.
True.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that happened in that documentary,
Yeah.
Stranger Things, when
Yeah.
the kid had to get on top and
Where
play.
he wrote that song, Master of Puppets,
Yes.
and then Metallica.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then Metallica
Covered
fucking
it.
tributed.
Yeah. everybody needs a Vox AC30. I
Yeah.
think it's a requirement that everybody should have one.
Matchless.
I've got a matchless, a Dodger Z.
Trainer.
I actually don't have the trainer anymore.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
A
He
lot
got
of
rid Mega
things.
Trainer.
It Ben has
Dude,
it
I-
now. I traded it to
There's
Ben.
too much space.
No, you didn't.
I did. I gave him that, and then that's whenever I got the Emperor cab.
You gave him the trainer for the Emperor cab.
Yeah.
Ben's that guy that's just like, hey, I'm just going to buy all these amps. And you're like, what are you going to do with them? He's like, I don't know. You
And
want one?
I'm like, yeah, let's trade. So, dude,
You literally just described Kyle, though.
yeah. See,
I'm gonna buy
I,
all these amps.
The
What are
thing
you
is,
doing?
it's
I
like,
don't know.
Kyle-
Do something with them.
I'm gonna actually play every single one of them. Like the last gig this Saturday, I
Yeah,
was
you
running.
played the
I was playing the
Matchless, yeah.
Marshall and the Matchless.
Yeah,
So
that's
running
crazy.
stereo
I
anytime
love
you
that,
can.
that Dr. Z you have is badass.
Yeah, I love that.
But
amp.
the orange man is just fucking stupid. And then anyway,
I always liked orange. I got turned on to them through the sword.
yes. Oh my gosh.
And
yes.
We're just playing
I've been
with
looking at their
this.
fur coat.
They canceled.
fuzz pedal because this next project I'm looking at is super heavy fuzz. deep
I got,
type of shit.
What
It's
kind of
se-
fuzz you running?
It's secret. Well, I have a
We
rat.
can talk gear. You don't have to talk about the project.
I have a rat, but I'm looking at the orange fur coat.
Your rack's kind of small.
let me, I got,
To be honest.
so we did this in the studio
Push-ups.
with Lee. I was like, hey, I'm looking for a fuzz, but I don't want to lose any ass with it.
Right.
And he's like, check this out. And we dialed in some killer tone with the weirdest fucking combination you would ever think to use. And if you ever go to Earth Sound, highly fucking recommend it just to fucking talk to Lee. Dude's knowledgeable about everything. He's a great drummer. I know there's awesome studios, but best bang for your buck if you can afford to drive out of town to Valdosta and record. Lee is a fucking
He's
wizard.
just an amazing job at recording.
And he's got great gear. If you're like, I want this sound, he's like, this is what I have. If you want to bring your own shit, this is what I have. Kyle has the record for the loudest amp that Lee's ever recorded, a 50-watt plexi that Lee was like, I don't know what the fuck.
So he's got like 120 watt amps, and I brought a 50 watt 1987X Marshall Plexi, and I basically just ran it wide open for the recording, no attenuation, no nothing, just straight 16 ohms right into a cab, and it was
fucking gnarly.
it was painfully loud. And it was Lee's like,
I
hey,
was
can you
fine
stop
in the
playing
front
for a
room.
second? I want to
you-
change out the mics because I'm worried you're going to damage these ribbon mics. And I'm just like, okay, I'll wait. Because I like didn't even turn down. And Lee was just such an angel about it. Like, let me play that loud. And it was a lot. But it was good. It was fun.
It was fine in the front room.
yeah.
Well, right, but the problem is the diaphragms on the microphones can only extend so much, and when it's soaking up all, like, it was fucking thunderous. And anyway, so he dialed up this really cool overdrive tone for me with a Sans amp pedal, which everybody like, that's like the go-to DI pedal for a bass player. But then he ran it into a Electro Harmonix Crayon, which, dude, I play the bass deluxe or the deluxe bass Big Muff, and it's got some really cool, and I just punch in, punch out on parts, but it's got the tone we got on the bass. And Shane hit on it the other day. He was talking about, I was like, this is the first time we've ever played anything that I've actually heard what you're doing, and
Yeah.
it sounds good. Like, not
So I'm pretty sure.
not me like he
That's a hell of a
Wow.
compliment.
Exactly what
Because
it
I
is.
heard you
not
before.
saying
and it
he's
fucking
insult.
sucked.
No. I mean, like, the
But
first time I'm
now-
in the mix and he can like hear the articulate.
And he's
difference.
sitting in the mix for the
Right.
show.
So
he's
Lee killed it,
right
man.
where he needs
Yeah.
to be in terms of.
Yeah. So Lee's the gear guy for sure, man. Fuzz pedal. Anyway, I'll show you. I have the setup and the dials and everything. I took a picture of it, and I'll show it to you at the break. And that's definitely a sound I would go back to.
Absolutely.
And you guys recorded Florida Man?
Yes.
Yes.
We did.
Okay, because I made a video.
Oh, hell yeah.
Quick.
You
Go,
ready for now?
dude.
Yeah, should we do
Let's
it
do
now?
it. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Thunder that snake.
So this song is about, basically, if you're from Florida, you live in Florida, you've been around Florida, this song is about Florida. It's poignant, it's provocative, it's
Honest.
honest. Like, it's not, so listen to the lyrics. And I
We got a low tax rate.
yeah,
We do.
this is, I
And a
gotta
high
be honest
murder
with you,
rate.
this is probably one.
I mean, it's no Chicago, but yeah.
Shane and I have been doing this shit for a while, and I think both of us agree. It's probably one of the, I feel like this is a great song that we wrote. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of this, and I can't wait for it to get polished up just perfect, and we get this pig released. This is kind of like a rough mix of it, but even Lee's rough stuff is better than a lot of people's final mastered shit.
That's what she said.
Das hat sie gesagt. But yeah, Florida. Welcome to Florida.
Hanging tail,
Yeah, Jade.
Hello.
There it is.
And-
You could utter to the stream. There she is. Hello, Jade.
Hey!
Good to see you, Jade, with your hat on backwards.
No audio. Can't hear you.
During the break, we did a little sample of the Black Eagle bourbon whiskey, and Rob made a face that made me question its existence. So, yeah. If y'all don't know, we do a dumb little show, or
May
we
the
do a
force be with you.
dumb little thing called Bourbon on a Budget. It started off as me doing it, and then I just started tagging the band, and then now we start doing random things. But on the videos, we do Bourbon on a Budget, and it's basically a bunch of shitty ass bourbon, or we'll do dad beers,
For canteens of Crown.
canteens of Crown. Shane's got the lumberjack.
That's a thermos.
That's the lumberjack. Fuck daddy.
But I know what's in here.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, he didn't have to find, he bought Crown, he knew exactly what he was getting. It wasn't like, I'm going to buy the Black Eagle. Sounds cool as shit.
And it came with a
Channing Tatum movie.
Probably, yeah.
matching shirt.
And if Channing Tatum's shirtless, then Black Eagle.
Is that the one where he's stripping?
Yes.
No, that's
That would make a lot more sense.
No. It wouldn't be Black Eagle then.
Prost.
White Eagle?
He's more of a
I
He's
don't
kind of
know.
like,
What's he
I
packing?
believe the kids
Kale,
say he could get a
golden,
plate at the barbecue.
butternut.
Anyway,
Butternut Eagle.
so yeah,
The side of eggshell.
let me ask you guys
Dirty
this.
eggshell.
Here we go, off
That-
the record.
That was better that time.
That was better that time. I
That was
think you were
better.
more
See,
prepared
it's
for
like
it.
a glory hole. The second time's always better.
That's called,
Everybody knows that.
that's called a callback.
Because the first time you're covered in wet toilet paper.
Or you
The second time you're prepared for wet toilet paper.
or somebody speed bagging your dick.
That's one of the
Wrapping it around.
Uppercut
Yeah,
karate
It's
chop.
one of the sweetest bourbons I've ever had, though.
Yeah, I was pretty. I'll be honest. I
must
mixed
be-
that with
must be-
Sprite.
must be
People
pretty
that,
high.
that take panties off for
It
sure.
must be pretty high on the corn.
Yeah, definitely corn and porn for sure.
Yeah.
I love
The band or the drink or the food.
Oh,
Okay, sure.
It's,
thing.
it's 3 years.
Yeah,
mean,
so
that's
age
not
3
much,
years. I
but-
bet cask strength would be fantastic.
Yeah.
But at 80, you're kind of like, yeah, you could be
Yeah.
better. So,
Yeah, maybe I just wasn't prepared for it the first
Yeah.
shot.
and you know what? It probably intimidated you. The name is Black Eagle. It sounds like a death metal band.
Black.
Black Eagle. Black Eagle.
All righty.
Anyway, Black
Jade,
Eagle.
how you doing over there? Do we
I'm
have audio?
good.
Oh, hey, Jade. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, Terry, it is.
By the way, Kyle, that place I think you're talking about is Apna Agora. It's over there by the pizza place. There's a chiropractic place over there.
Parks Pizza.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Yep, that's the one. Yeah, that place is
Apna
fantastic.
Speech that.
Shout out to the dudes that make the samosas there.
That's a motion.
why is it an Indian place called Abner's?
I don't make
Abner-
the rules. I
Abner-
didn't name it.
Dude, all you got to like say it 3 times fast, and that tells you if it's an Indian name or not. If it sounds abna, then fucking be like, oh yeah, that's the fucking.
It is a fact, though. Their head chef, his name is Weird Pizza Boy.
Is that right? Is that right?
Yes.
Samosa.
If you've never had a samosa, it's basically just a bunch of Indian spices packed into a potato, wrapped in something, and then deep fried.
That sounds like a.
It's
tasty
basically Indian mashed potatoes that are deep fried. I mean,
Yeah,
Indian
it's
food
deep
is just
fried.
spicy Southern
mashed
food.
potatoes. Oh yeah, I give you that. Yeah, yeah.
It's
And-
a lot
and all-
of
it's
Everything's
Everything's
covered in some kind of gravy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
They call it curry, but yeah.
yeah, it's
Curry. You got to put a
it's
curry under
spicy
the
Southern.
It's really Asian stew.
Asian stew.
Ooh,
For
Okay.
all of you that are wondering, geography wise, India, yes, is in Asia.
They are in the South of Asia.
You know what? Speaking of being South and Asian, one of the funniest things.
It tracks. I mean, Indians being Southern rednecks.
Yeah, maybe
It
they,
kinda
maybe
tracks.
that's
It
what
kinda
they're
tracks.
Asian redneck.
It
That
kinda
is
tracks.
Asian redneck. So,
It tracks.
speaking of
All
weird,
stereotypes aside, it kind of tracks.
there's
If
a
you think
Circle
about it,
K
like,
joke to be made
flip-flops.
that I will not make.
yeah.
No.
all right.
Well, first of all, that was a sing station.
Oh snap! Sing common last name. Yeah, Sounds
But
good.
in the South, it's SIAG.
Oh yeah. Well, they bastardized it, so there's that. Anyway, long story short, fun things that you think about. Yeah. Hey, what
Somebody
y'all think
save
of
us
that-
from
that
ourselves. The whole
song?
time I thought you guys were talking about.
That's a
That's a
mojito.
mojito.
Yeah.
Mojito.
Okay.
Mojito.
Mojito.
Oh, mojito, man. I think he's saying yeah. Ugh.
It's a breakfast drink, ain't it?
A
Yeah,
mojito?
whiskey.
Yeah.
Sounds
Whiskey.
good. Whiskey is a breakfast drink.
Black
Eagle.
Is whiskey not a breakfast drink?
The death metal band Black Eagle
Breakfast of champions.
has their own bourbon.
I recently, so I was at the bar and a gentleman ordered a Crown and ginger.
Yep.
And I said that sounds really fucking good,
Mhm.
but I want bourbon. So I got a bullet
Yeah.
and ginger. So it's basically,
Yep.
it wasn't a full on Kentucky mule.
Yeah.
It's more like a Kentucky ass.
So don't tell anybody, but one of my go-to drinks back in the Wayback Machine, and it's blasphemy, but Bushmills and ginger, which
Ooh.
Bushmills is an Irish whiskey, but Bushmills and ginger was like my for a long time. Both Shane and I worked at Bullwinkle's for like 100+ years. Yeah, something like that. And there were a handful of drinks throughout the years that I would just not let people do. And I remember when Bullet came out, people were like, oh, and has nothing to do with making the drinks, but when they say, oh, let me get a Bullet, I was like, it's Boulier.
Is it really?
No.
No.
Oh,
And they'd be like, oh, let me
We
get
like
a.
fuck with people.
okay.
Got
Let me
him.
No, I've always wondered if I'm mispronouncing. No, seriously, I've always wondered if I'm mispronouncing it.
If it is, I don't know, but
Yeah, it absolutely does.
to the point that Shane's brother still orders Boulier and water. He's like, let me get a Boulier and water. But yeah, Bullet's solid stuff.
Bullet's a go-to. in
I,
our
I like
house.
bullet.
I had to
There,
pass on that joke.
yeah,
No one
don't
would've gotten
do.
it.
Bullet Rye is a sleeper too.
That's actually the bottle I'm
Actually,
working on
Bullet
right now.
Rye,
So Bullet
rye and ginger is even better than
out of
No
out-
shit.
Yeah.
So Rye is
Like
one
if
of
you're,
those
if you're
things.
gonna drink a bourbon with ginger,
Yeah.
get Bullet Rye.
Okay. That's
To
nice.
me,
With just a little bit of ginger ale.
Yep.
Bullet Rye is very it's mellow on the rye. If you're not used to drinking rye whiskey, which there's been
It's a good introductory.
there's been a
rye.
lot of big uptick on rye whiskey as a
I've
High
whole.
had-
West double
I've had
rye's
wild
the
turkey
shit.
rye.
So
Yes.
not great, not horrible.
I actually like.
I love
Turkey
101
rye
is
like,
fantastic.
your hot cousin, you're not supposed to fuck with.
Yeah.
But if there's a
That's
glory
just
hole,
everything Wild Turkey does in
Just
general.
happens to be a random hole in the bathroom wall.
Dude, there's
Your
so
cousin
many.
probably
So
never did.
one of the guys we wrote a part of a song about Miss Tonight is our buddy Shane B. Shane B is a avid bourbon collector, and he's got all like those like sought after bottles, but he still has like this bourbon on a budget thing where he's like, oh, try this, and he turns me on to some stuff here and there, and like there's so many great drinks that like you don't have to be a man full of money. You know, you be a dude that's like, I would like a tasty sipper, and I don't want to spend $40.
Absolutely.
Boom. Yeah.
Mm.
So there's a ton of them out there.
There are.
Yeah,
Did I tell you
There
guys I
are.
got to try Pappy Van Winkle recently?
No way.
It's good. It's expensive as shit.
Yeah, it's
but you
expensive
can't-
as
you
shit.
can't justify.
But is it right?
it is good. I
But
just
is
can't-
it $40 fucking good?
It's not 40 fucking.
No. I mean for
$40 a shit.
I mean
it's
for a shot.
$300 shot.
Right. Oh, it's a $300 shot.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
I had
God.
Yeah.
Elmer T at
Inflation.
yeah. Well, no, it's
Thanks,
hip,
Obama.
fucking it's bourbon. It's the bourbon hipsters ruined
Do
it
we
all.
still say that?
President Potato.
Here's a perfect example.
Same thing.
One of the best bottles
wow.
you could
Who's
buy
president?
in 2019
Easy.
for sure.
Please.
$36. It was Henry McKenna Bottled and Bond. The other day when I was in Jacksonville, I found a bottle of it. You could buy that for $35 in 2019. Right now in 2023, $110 a bottle.
Nope.
So you know it's crazy.
And
You
it's
know
not worth
Buffalo
it.
Trace has gone up like crazy in value.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like you're paying like $45-$50 for a $22 bottle.
Right.
I was in the Miami airport a couple months ago, and it was in the airport for $20.
Damn.
And I almost bought everything I had, but I realized I didn't have any space because I just do carry-ons. But I was so
Should have
disappointed.
keistered it.
I know. I should. Yeah.
Put it in your jail wallet.
If you had overalls on.
Yeah, if you had overalls.
Had
on,
I
you could've
came
done it.
prepared.
Dude, can we talk about the glory of overalls? So last
Are you talking about the
weekend,
glory of love.
that's the power of love.
No shit. I have considered buying a pair.
So,
After watching
Here,
you
let me
fuckers
tell you
wear them.
something. So when Takeshi 6ix9ine played at 926, what the band was it called?
Literally was talking about
Ravenous
the glory of love,
Tanuki.
Peter Cetera, but go.
No,
continue.
listen, the power of love. Listen, if you fucking don't
That's the power of love.
right, Huey Lewis
I'm
is
talking-
This is
superior.
how we get a
I'm
lot
talking
of
about
things
the
done
glory.
in
Listen,
practice.
who gives a shit about
this is-
Peter
this is-
Cetera?
This is what happens.
No,
This is
who gives a shit about Peter Cetera?
I don't know. I mean,
Huey
so
Lewis
he's got
and
more
the
hits than
news.
Huey Lewis.
we get so much.
Does he?
He does.
See?
You want to wager on that?
Guys,
It just-
$5.
air horn.
All right, the air horn breaks us
Alrighty.
up.
And we're back.
So let's
And
talk.
we're back.
Are we talking bands?
All right,
Or
time out.
solo?
We're talking about overalls,
Overall?
right? So Huey Lewis didn't fucking do
Look
it.
up, look up Huey Lewis versus Peter.
Huey Lewis didn't do a
Number-
solo album, you bag of dicks.
Number one hits. That's what I'm saying.
It's Huey
Chicago-
Lewis and
we
the
got
news.
Chicago. We got Chicago, and we have Peter Cetera solo stuff.
Dude, the entire
Guarantee he has more
the
than
entire
number
Just kidding.
All right, so nobody gives a shit about Peter Cetera or Huey Lewis in the news, except for
Both of them.
Patrick Bateman and Shane. Apparently, if you don't get that reference, you're not old.
I got that reference.
Good.
All right.
Don't just stare at it.
There's
Eat it.
one.
All right.
We were talking about something.
American
Overalls.
Psycho.
Overalls.
So here's the cool thing about overalls. Number one,
Overall.
look right here,
Peter
Snack
Cetera
pocket.
has
snack
more.
pocket, cell phone, whatever.
Snack pockets.
If you need to do something and you can put your beer up, you can literally just place your beer right
I
here.
could use a beer.
You can just put your beer right in the pocket. Not even the pocket. Just hold it there while you're doing something. Boom. You need a pen. You can put a pen in there. You can reach in and touch your wiener if that's what you're into.
If you cut a hole in the pocket.
You can let your friends reach in and touch your wiener if that's what you're into.
As long
So,
as you don't look.
so my
No, you can make eye contact. Your
my-
balls
That's
can't
really where
touch.
we
That's
went
the rule.
instead of arguing.
my girlfriend can attest to this. I have become I like shirts with breast pockets, right?
Yeah, because you
Right.
put your shit in there.
Right. And I've
You
been
put
like
chicken
doing.
breasts in.
Yeah, you're a
this for her.
masturbator.
So when
So-
you said that, my first thought went to like the maternity shirts, breast pockets, and like it
Oh.
comes down, so you can just like free them
Dude, how
on your
cool are
own.
those things?
And I was
right?
like, I'd wear that.
How
No.
cool are those shirts where the women like pull up and it's just titty meat, and you're like, hell yeah! I wish more people wore
So
those.
I always,
breastfeeding.
man, I always get irritated. Like girls have the monopoly on soft clothes,
True story.
and then short shorts getting away with showing thighs. Like, I mean, I know that I wear the shortest shorts in probably all Tallahassee.
I
You're the
did
only
wear
one
it.
who
I
wears
did
shorts.
play a 27 South show with the short pink shorts on, so that was. I had a lot of mid thigh. It was very provocative. Let's just say, 9 months after that show, there may have been a lot of babies named Mason.
Ooh.
But back
First
to
of
your
all,
back to your
his
original
name
conversation. I am considering buying a pair.
Dude, you should.
like no shit.
You should.
I'll tell you this. I've been an overall guy since I was in high school, and I was a full figured fella, like 100 pounds plus. Fuck off. Listen here, Chubba Ranks. So,
you make me mad with Peter Cetera. I'm sorry,
Dude, I'm
looking up.
yeah, you're gonna fucking
Look
find
how
out,
many top fucking 10 hits he had.
dude.
They're gonna fight
Hey,
about
way-
this for like
way
Make
three
a
more
years.
comment
than
if
Huey
you know who
Lewis.
Peter
Lewis had
Cetera
like
is.
5. I love Huey Lewis. He
All
had
right.
like 5 top 10 hits.
Sure, 5 top 10 hits.
in the news.
Have you ever heard of the movie Back to the Future?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Gloria
cool.
Love,
Got it,
You're the
got it.
inspiration. One good woman
Got
forever
it.
and night.
Got it. Want a new drug? What's up? Anyway,
one more story.
so when I played soccer in high school,
If you leave me now,
I wore fucking overalls
how
every
do you
day
not remember if you leave
because
me now?
I'd wear flip flops. The overalls, I just drop
Y'all
the
usually have
overalls, slap
multiple
on my
people
shorts,
talking
my
at
kit,
once.
and go play. And
faithfully.
to the point that my senior year, people were like, do
Faithfully,
you
I'm gonna
fucking
grind
own
this
anything
motherfucking
other than?
argument to the end.
Matter of fact,
I
I,
hate
need to
that
go to
I'm
my folks'
driving.
house and see if my overalls are still there. Because I had a set,
Oh,
like
no,
I
you
wore those
probably
motherfuckers
wouldn't.
every day. it's just convenient. You don't, and like as a full figured fellow, you're constantly fucking wrestling your pants up. And like sometimes your pants, you go over your hang down. Sometimes they go under your hang down. Sometimes your butt shakes them down, whatever. And then,
Or if you're like me and you're skinny fat.
yeah, you're scat. So,
Yeah, so you're just too fucking accurate. Damn it.
I mean, it's funny because
So basically, it's like I run into issues where it's like everything's too big or too small.
and you've got no ass to hang your pants on.
I'm all ass and belly. That's all I am. That's
so
all I
it's like
consist of.
it's two countering fucking things. Like one's pushing your fucking
It's
pants
my yin
down.
and yang.
Yeah, it's your wing and wang. So one's pushing your pants down, one's holding your pants up.
It's a lot
Fuck
easier
it
if your
is,
shoulders are holding.
That's
your
why,
pants.
I mean,
Overalls
if you
are
got
where
some
it's
extra
at, man.
work, it's just like
And
And if you get
got some free shirt in the front.
now, I will tell you,
With pockets.
Carhartt
Yeah.
ones are like $80 Go to Tractor Supply, get you some Liberties, fucking primo. That's where it's at, like $38. Or Walmart. Walmart has them, not Liberty. They have the other one, Dickies, I think.
Dickies.
So
I looked at Walmart before I bought mine, and like all they had was just like sizes that I'd never
hipsters
heard
fucking
of.
ruined it. For
Yeah,
me.
they really did.
Well, they've ruined everything.
Well, so pretty much 28 to 36 is fucking gone. But if you're a full figured fella, it's like, hey, you can have these 80s and the 80 28s. Go for it. And you're like, I got so much room for activities in here. It's crazy, man. So yeah, that's one of the benefits to being like a full figured fella is like there's certain
You have
sizes.
options.
Yeah. Shoes, I'm fucked, man. Like I got those shoes that are like,
What
what
size
size
shoe do you
you
wear?
wear? Yeah, 10 and a half to 11 and a half, depending on who
yeah.
makes it. It's like gone.
Yep.
And piss off. Anyway,
Anybody have questions for our band? We play music, by the way, too. I think sometimes.
we do. It's not just a.
We do.
There are questions up
There are
there,
questions.
but are they Sam
Are
questions?
they
'Cause that's
questions about how many songs?
see, that's the
Five,
problem
white.
though, because you're like, if
They're on there.
you're like, if you're not allergic to bananas, what would you eat every day?
Hey, Jade,
And you're
what's
like,
up with the hat?
They didn't call me something.
Just wearing it.
Okay, just random.
I don't fucking
I
like
like it.
bananas, man.
Jay, you
don't
got
like
any
bananas?
questions? Welcome to the show, by the way.
Science
Thanks.
works out on that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so chaos. I don't know if you're talking about us.
yeah. Chaos and the Crimson Queen.
Yeah.
What did I
Jason
say?
says, "What did I stumble
That's
in
what
on?"
I'm talking about.
And Jade said
Hi.
chaos, and he said clearly.
Oh, that
Oh, I thought you'd. Wife hates me short shorts.
wife hates me. Short.
It's because your thighs are wider
dude, your
than
mid thigh
mayonnaise.
is fucking provocative, bro. Like,
Mayonnaise is
dude, Reed and I walked hand in hand down the mean streets of Valdosta,
Cream cheese,
hunting down cigars.
cottage cheese,
cottage cheese.
cottage
Jeremy
cheese
cut-
thighs.
Cut their BS when they start with that shit.
Oh, come on.
I mean,
Reed acts like
well,
he's
let's be honest. Who
Read,
listens to a
drink, and
drummer?
ensuring.
right.
go to
Nobody
bed.
listens.
Who
Like he
listens
does,
to a drummer.
Reed, he can't even be on time.
All right, so I do have a question.
All right,
Yes.
About drummers, we don't want to listen.
It's actually a music related question, nonetheless.
deal.
All right. Best breakdown.
Domination, Pantera. That's the end of the story.
That is the only.
It's the only answer. It's the only question that needs to be had. It's domination. It's Pantera. I don't care what anyone else says. They're wrong.
I mean, if you think about it, is the precursor
that-
to all other
I was
breakdowns.
hoping I wasn't the only person.
I don't know the name of the song, but it's
it's
Yeah,
awful.
called Domination by
No,
Pantera.
it's an early Zao album.
Right, which-
and they stole it from Pantera. Domination.
Right,
And that's
literally
the
every breakdown
only
ever.
Answer.
Watch
Let me get
this.
my girl in
Watch
here.
this. Who's Pantera?
You tell me.
Are you fucking high right now?
I'd like to be.
Okay. So yeah,
I am, although I 100. I won.
there are some
100
other great breakdowns, but
but there are.
It's that band that Zach Wallace.
They're just.
Zach Wild doesn't really do breakdowns.
No, he doesn't. Not really.
Some of those shit
just
that like Lamb
domination.
did, but at the end of the day, it's like it if you talk about breakdowns in music, all right,
Not mentally, in traffic.
right, mental
I'm out.
breakdowns, like the best mental breakdowns, dude, fucking
So let's talk breakdowns.
top 10.
Not Pantera.
Well, here's what I was getting to.
yeah. Well, okay.
So-
not domination, Pantera.
Did anybody notice that LeBron James was swept? Right, that's been the
That was a
current
pretty
thing.
good breakdown.
That was a great break.
That was pretty good breakdown.
That's brilliant. That's called fusing. Anyway,
Hey, if you break down Michael Jordan's career, he never got swept.
oh shit! What I was getting at is Pantera is the Michael Jordan of breakdowns.
Yep.
Because they were like, holy shit!
They never got swept out of the playoffs like LeBron James.
What I'm getting at is this is kind of like the
Does
litmus
anybody
test.
watch basketball?
Hey,
No.
dude, we're talking about hockey, man. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, now Reed's gonna come back.
Oh shit! Anyway,
Read
what I was
like
saying
the
is,
Bruins.
listen, Pantera laid it down for how
Like the
breakdowns are going to be
Bruins.
done.
Absolutely.
That being said, as far as like,
I feel like
do
a
I
good
remember
memory.
any like
I'm
cool
sorry, Reed.
breakdowns?
Oh,
I mean, it's crazy because like
we're still
usually
Actually,
the breakdowns are in the middle of the
I have a question for you.
All right.
So you just said that Pantera laid down, basically made the.
Yes, we'll call it. We'll say they're the
How-
godfathers
how-
of breakdown.
However, Led Zeppelin, "Stairway to Heaven."
That's not a breakdown.
You don't consider that a breakdown?
No.
Okay.
Nah.
All right.
That's called a bridge.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, Biohazard Punishment. That's a breakdown.
Right. Fucking.
I just put it out there because I know that's one of Mason's favorites.
You have to be in fear of feet flying if there's a breakdown.
Yeah, if there's a breakdown, you have to be like either your hands got to go up or your hands and feet got to go fucking swinging.
Absolutely.
I
And
want to say
like-
that's a new thing, but then I remembered that it was like 18 years ago that shit started. So
What was the one?
before that, we would just.
What was the
push each
one?
other.
Fucking remember the live Lamb of God when he fucking at the
Oh,
Death.
the Wall of
hold
That would be Black Label.
dude.
Yes.
That
So
breakdown.
Black Label actually did do breakdown.
Yeah.
It just wasn't Black Label Society.
Yeah.
It was Lamb of God doing Black Label.
That breakdown was pretty badass.
I wish I could remember the name of the band. I heard a breakdown recently, and like the first 10 seconds of this breakdown was fucking sick. And then something happened. And it just kind of
What's so crazy about breakdowns
The-
is it's really just a rhythmic open.
the Slaughter to Prevail breakdown
that might be
might be the heaviest shit I've ever heard.
Is that the that disrespect your surroundings?
Oh, that's
that's the one that I'm talking about.
That's
Harm's Way.
That's
dun,
definitely
dun,
iconic for sure.
the Slaughter Prevail is when he starts fucking spewing in Russian.
Oh no shit.
Oh, fucking Evergreen Terrace, man. Evergreen Terrace had a fucking.
I do.
Dude, and
Every breakdown on Writer's Block.
If you ever like, if
Like-
you fucking kids are out there thinking like, oh, I know hardcore, I know metal, go listen to the fucking Evergreen Terrace Writer's Block album. It's shit your
I mean,
mom.
when they throw breakdowns in
Dude.
Smashing Pumpkins,
It's fucking that album
like
is
the dude who wrote Mad World.
so
like,
good. That out and
Why is there a
basically,
breakdown here?
if you don't know about Evergreen Terrace, they're a nationally signed band. They're a hardcore band. They did, they were touring with Bane and all those cats that were in those early 2000s hardcore. They were really pushing forward across 5 Aprils and all those cats. And at one point in time, they released an album under what fucking record label? They were on Relapse. Well, they did
were
Writer's
on-
Block. Oddly enough, they did Writer's Block where we recorded our album, or we just recorded our E at Earth Sound with Lee Dice. And it's all fucking like
cover song.
songs, but it's so fucking good. Like Mad World is so good.
They did Maniac.
Maniac from fucking
Flashdance, the theme song of Flashdance.
it's so
Maniac.
good. They did
Right.
With or Without, not
They
With or
did
Without.
Zero by
Zero.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Go
Uh,
li- like,
Damn, I gotta hear this.
dude, check out the
it's 20
Evergreen
years-
Terrace
the
album.
fucked up part is 20 years old.
But it's fucking so good. And like, what was funny is their lead guitar player sings all the harmonies, and their lead singer is the guy. He was tone deaf, and Lee told us the story. He was like, "Yeah, you had to record with him, and when the pitch needed to go up, you'd squeeze his shoulder up, and he would sing the pitch up because he
Damn.
couldn't sing on key." And that dude's got crazy vocals.
So I'm gonna throw another breakdown out there,
All right,
and you all are welcome to throw something at me after I say this.
Like my God.
Throwdown's good too.
Yes, I agree. Corn, Freak on a Leash.
Yeah. All right.
And they're gone. Oh, that's lovely, and it's me. Hi, guys.
Oh my god. Jay keeps trying to add us, and I keep.
Okay.
I fucked everything up. Here we go.
Super unpopular opinion, volume 1. I don't like Corn. I don't like Deftones. I don't like, to be honest with you, anything after Iowa. I don't give a shit about Slipknot.
Oh,
I'm kind of with you right
See,
there.
I'm
do like
I'm not
Deftones.
super into like modern Slipknot.
I loved the
But I like
first,
the
anything
first
after Iowa. I was like, eh.
5 albums.
Yeah.
The same thing with
Five-ish
Mastodon, though.
albums.
Mastodon until fucking Emperor Sands or whatever. I didn't like. I love Leviathan. I love all that. And Kyle's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, I'm like, let's start
Practice
singing
guy.
George Strait lyrics. Come on, let's do it.
As far as metal goes, but like I've always been that like Killswitch. I don't give a shit if Killswitch literally recorded the same album 10 times. I'm gonna fucking listen to it.
Well, they've done that. just
Lamb of God did the same thing,
right, but with diminishing returns.
But here's the thing: I will tell you
Except for a
this.
song or two.
I will tell you the greatest. I think the greatest metal band out of that era, that early and mid 2000s metal band era, that didn't really make it happen the way they should have, was God Forbid. I think God Forbid musically could, if you put Byron as lead singer Lamb of God, it's the same if not better. If you put Doc as the lead guitar player over
Mark
Morton in Lamb of God, it's the same or better. If you put Doc in Killswitch over,
no.
I'm telling you, dude, Doc Coyle is a bad
Do we have
motherfucker.
any questions?
You know, their greatest fucking
Yes, we
downfall was Dallas Coyle. And John Campbell is a badass bass player,
Yeah.
but
Doc's
Beaker,
Willie, he's not better than Mark. Nobody's better.
yeah, all right,
No.
I'll give you that.
No.
As far as like
Nobody's better than Chris Adler.
no,
Unfortunately,
guaranteed.
Go
But
ahead and hit a question.
all right,
Go ahead.
listen,
They're-
they're,
like,
tired of us jacking off. Here we go.
This is just gonna keep happening. For
All right,
way
fuck
longer than
one,
you're
fight
prepared
one,
for.
kill
Unfortunately,
one. Here we
you
go.
You put God Forbid up against Lamb of God. And
Hey, is there a mute switch on him?
All right, here we
On
go.
both?
Come on with it. Second question. Here we go.
Both those
No,
channels.
you don't have to.
All right, live or die. You got to make barbecue. Well, when was the last time you did something that took you out of your comfort zone? Do tell.
having to talk to Mason about Lamb of God versus God Forbid.
No, probably Huey Lewis versus fucking.
Fuck
Playing
you.
in a
I
band
will-
with a bunch of
we will be
metalheads
arguing
when I
in
don't
a
listen to much
fucking
metal.
Yard later.
Check out the comfort
You
zone.
guys can run outside, choke each other's.
Here's the
chickens
thing,
if you
man.
want on that shit.
The only way.
That's
Listen,
what me.
let me get real Jocko
Stop
Willenick right
sticking
now.
your dick in all the holes in the fucking area.
I'm gonna get real Jocko. Let me get Jocko Willenick on
They gotta
this.
play to the strengths.
Hey, what's that?
In
what's
order
that
for you to
stupid bass player all
grow,
these bass players love?
You got
Jocko,
to.
Jocko Pastorius.
In order for you to
Mason
grow,
Runge.
you have to get
No one
into
cares
an
about him.
uncomfortable situation.
So I actually got a text
You
from
gotta
Reed whenever
fucking
we were.
dominate
I didn't
the
see it in time, but
uncomfortable
Mason's
situation.
sex tape wasn't a TikTok. It was a dick doc.
Uncomfortable stuff. Last time it took me out of my comfort zone was
Probably into the studio.
no, man. See, that's the thing. Like, if you, it's just here. The thing, it's just like I feel like being single. If you keep exposing yourself to a bunch of shit, eventually somebody be like, "I'll take
come
that
full
dick."
circle to the glory hole.
Yeah, they're like, "Give me that dick," and then eventually, so I don't feel uncomfortable. You know what makes me uncomfortable? Going to a place where I don't know anybody.
Mm.
Nah, actually, that doesn't make me.
No, you do the
uncomfortable.
Uncle Rocco voice
Yeah,
and keep moving.
You just more
Yeah, I
than
don't-
somebody else.
Well, see, now is that a defense mechanism?
Yes, it's a coping mechanism for my lack of actual Man, this is fucking Dr. Phil. Fuck that off. Fuck you, Sam.
How does that make you feel?
Hey,
Fuck you, Sam. That's what I'm saying. Here we go. Dr. Phil me out of there.
Right there.
Hey,
how
Yo, I
about
know.
that?
I
So-
fucking
how about
know.
that?
I'm trying not to make eye contact because I'm getting angry.
so probably for me, it was the last time was like this past weekend whenever we did the Chaos show.
Yeah.
Because that was the first time me writing music and doing that live. Just all
Y'all
me.
did fucking great, man.
I mean,
Like,
you did-
legit,
you
I'm
did
not-
all right.
I mean, I'm legit. Like, if you guys and hopefully this happens because we all get all the money since two of them
all
are in.
us.
Well, two of them are in Thunder the Snake, and
Here we all
only
10
have,
of us.
we only have
Yeah,
to pay
right.
one motherfucker. But if you guys get a chance to see Chaos on the Crimson Wing, it's no shit, man. Like I'll tell it to you to your face. I thought you guys were fucking great. I thought the
Thanks,
songs
man.
were good. The structure was good. You guys were fucking fun to watch. You can tell that you and Kelby have chemistry, obviously, because y'all are married. But
I would
and
hope
even
so.
dude, and young Reed on the drums.
Tyler
over there.
York.
Tyler York on drums,
Young
dude.
Reed.
That I haven't seen somebody
Young,
play
less weird Reed.
that aggressively and have so much like that dude's smile on his face
The entire time.
the entire
Yeah,
fucking
man.
time.
He's such
That
a
guy
good
is
drummer.
such a like. Normally, drummers like do one of two things: they're either way too fucking much and they're fucking mean mugging somebody, or they're staring at whatever the fuck they're staring at in the corner.
Their own
But
time.
he's like fucking singing,
He's having
and,
the time of his life
Dude.
every single time he picks up drumsticks.
and he literally looks like a dude that's like going to help you fucking refinance your house,
or
or
find your cabana on a cruise ship.
yeah, find your
Yes.
like. Can I lead you to your cabana on your cruise ship?
So,
So-
that whole band birthed out of basically like it was like we were sitting at the house one night and I was like,
I think it was shit.
I wish we were playing a show right now
That
rather
worked
than
the
watching
shit out.
TV. And
Shit.
basically it was one of those things where it's like, well, why don't we just start another band and then just start jumping on shows on a Friday night and just jumping on whoever and playing with whatever and play like music that's like
So you just like
And
jump
they
on-
jumped
Whatever.
on Shane and I at first, and we were
Yeah,
like,
you
"Well, we
trying
don't
to
have
jump
any
on
fucking
people?
PA, so here we are. You're jumping on us." So.
yeah. So we just jumped on them.
Long story short, if you get a chance to see
It's
Chaos on
never
the
that
Crimson
short.
Wing, they're probably going to be with Thunder the Snake the next show you
Honestly,
that
yeah,
you guys
probably.
play. But really good, lot of energy for a 3-piece. They did some. I loved what you did with Zach Bryan.
Yeah, so we covered Something in the Orange by Zach Bryan and made it heavier.
It was one of those
Um,
things. It was like I'm hearing it and I'm like, I know this song. What is this? And then the chorus kicks and I'm like, oh shit, that is not how that song is played.
Yeah.
And it was super off. It caught you off. And I think, to be honest with you, much like that weird fucking science
much like a
teacher,
glory hole.
much like Shane being a
It
fucking middle
surprises
school
you.
substitute teacher, he exposed you.
Like finding
exposed-
that good hot dog at the Circle K.
Yeah, you exposed Zach Bryan to
One
a
of the
lot of
fucking
people
cracked
that
black
wouldn't
pepper
normally
ones. Oh,
check him out.
they're
So,
good. Full
Well,
of
yeah, I
mayonnaise,
mean-
little hot sauce, fucking gorgeous.
man, he is lit, huh? All right. So,
We got more questions. Let's hit them up.
all right.
You have to ask, what's the worst
What
thing
the
you've ever
fuck?
heard a person say to another?
Hey Shane.
Hey, my name is Shane.
from Mason.
Worst thing I've heard say one person to another was, man, Mason could be an awesome lead front man if he could fucking sing.
That happened at a show, and I shit you
I'm-
not. Someone walked up and was like, "Man, you'd be a great lead singer if you could sing."
Was Jeremy Tapscott's wife, which makes me want to fucking fight her next time I see her. So yeah, and thank God Jeff Allen and Jeremy were there to defend me. They're like, "Did you not see the cover band Scissor Kiss? Because Mason was the front man and he was awesome." So at least those two guys had my back. And well, my band had my back, of course, but
Not me.
fuck you, man.
I mean, the worst thing I've ever heard is Peter Cetera not getting
Fuck.
the respect that he deserves.
I
No.
really hate that these two are going to be in the car as I drive home. I feel like a
I,
fight's
we,
going to break
you know
out.
what? I'm not going to
We're
talk
gonna
to
listen.
him.
We're gonna listen to.
So there's another question.
So they're
Gloria.
saying I'm not going to talk to him on the way
we're gonna
home.
listen
I've
to the
never heard
Gloria
either of
Love,
them not
and
talk
then he's gonna
before.
realize that he was wrong.
and you can't.
Dude,
leave
and
it
it's
here.
great. Yeah, the Glory
right?
of Love, Karate Kid soundtrack. I get it.
Stop.
That's only one. That is one.
The Glory of the Love, a Glory of Love was on the Karate Kid soundtrack. Congratulations.
So I'm sure
That's
there's
one
another
of-
question.
That's one of
All
his
right.
10 top
Jeremy,
10s.
save us.
Next question.
Save us
please.
from ourselves.
Jade,
Can we save ourselves? I don't know.
You wanna-
Jay, can we?
you want to read this next question?
Sure.
Do you know the power of love is
There
a
you go.
curious thing? Make one man weak and another man sing.
What is a fact that you're shocked more people aren't aware of?
That Peter's staring.
That
at
whenever
more
you
top
turn
10
up your
hits.
you turn down your AC, some people are like, I want to make my house colder. I'm going to put it at 63 degrees. It doesn't make it get to 63 any faster. It just turns your AC on until it gets to that point in time.
I
It
thought you
doesn't.
were gonna go
It
with
doesn't
the,
make it
chance of rain.
63 degrees. It's the same temperature blowing out no matter what. It just gets to that temperature quicker and then shuts off. So you're wasting. It's annoying.
You are the like daddiest non-dad I've ever met.
Thanks.
Reed would be proud of
But I
you.
still
Yes,
have
it
Capri
would be.
Suns in my
Except Reed's
house.
a dad. Like I expected out of Reed. Reed's a dad. Like he walks around like, who turned my thermostat up?
And I'm over
And
like,
Kyle
I'll make
like-
chicken nuggets for the family.
Yeah,
And it's
Kyle's
just
like,
me.
I made chicken nuggets and mac and cheese. Like you don't have any kids. He's like, I made them for me.
Yeah. If you throw jalapenos on it, it's called gourmet.
It's more
Did she do the crunchies on top?
I do the diced jalapenos. You can get them diced, so you just spoon them out or something.
Can you get that at Circle K?
Probably.
Probably.
Fired up. What's the next question?
Moving on.
Ooh, I love the crow. Fire it up.
You
Fire it up.
All right.
Fire it
I
up.
feel like a little
See?
worm on a big fucking
See,
hook.
you know, you went with me there. The rest of these uncultured swine.
Uncultured swine. You asked me if they have diced jalapenos at the Circle K.
No, I know they have whole jalapenos at Circle K.
They're sliced.
Victims.
Well, they're
Oh,
Circle
Park
K
Hope.
friends.
Holy shit, man. All right. Here we go.
Have you ever walked in on your parents doing it?
Nope.
Yes.
My dad left. Thanks for bringing it up.
Oh my God. Twice.
They weren't doing
I mean, okay, I didn't walk in on
For
them.
real?
But
Once
then
I
one
walked-
time, my dad came over and he was visiting, and then he went in my mom's bedroom, and then I kept banging on the door, and they wouldn't answer.
And so was
told me
he.
to keep going away. I was like 8. It's fine.
I think I
As
walked.
an adult, I figured they were fucking because my mom was like, "Fuck it, he's a piece of shit," but I need to get laid.
I walked in on my shit 3 times now. You make me think about
Boy,
it.
yeah.
I walked. Well, so my mom collected.
That's habitual at that point.
So if
Well, my
anyone's
mom
a
collected
therapist,
husbands. Like,
contact
His
Thunder
mom
the
Yeah.
Snake
actually locked
on
the bedroom
Facebook,
door.
Instagram,
yeah, no. So
Shit Talk.
I think my
We need someone. To
my
help these
biological
boys.
dad divorced, and then my mom started. I walked in on her humping some dude that worked with my dad.
Was it Andre the Giant?
No, not. That's a long story.
That's
And then
Heard that
that's
one.
a
Um,
rumor. That we,
I'm 99%
Allegedly.
sure. And then and then I walked in on my
But unfortunately,
first stepdad, my mom, and I walked in on my third stepdad, my mom. So yeah, I've seen. Yeah, not. Luckily, back in those days, you're classy enough to cover yourself with sheets while you're throwing it down. Nowadays, if my kids walked in, they'd be like, "What the fuck?" So yeah, it looks like
I've got some pretty horrific memories myself.
yeah,
Just a wrestling move.
just looks like a hippopotamus
Pretty sure
just
I could, like,
beating
throw
up a pack of hot dogs.
It's like when you're kayaking and you see manatees, but there's no kayak or water.
Yeah, dude, manatees are provocative creatures.
Oh my god.
they're
It's the mermaids.
They are. They're the fluffy mermaids. Anyway,
fluffy.
so next question.
Full figured.
Full figured, yeah.
Full figured mermaids.
Yeah,
Kyle, you keep wanting these questions, but you're awfully quiet.
legitimate qual.
I'm
Yeah.
Have you ever?
Have you
No,
ever
I haven't
on
walked
the
in on my
wild side?
parents. No. Yeah. Come on, pops.
Be like, yeah. Come on, Dad. Let me know when it's on.
Fuck murder. Go on tour with 90s glam metal
Sorry.
band.
Oh shit. Oh man.
It's the third
Ooh.
I can fuck the whole band.
one. I mean, that's an option.
Damn it. There we go. And we're back.
So I want to go on tour of the Black Crows. I'm a huge Black Crows fan.
Okay, that's not a metal band, but all right.
Not a
Oh, I didn't read the
go
full
for it, man.
sentence.
Listen, you're a child. Go
I didn't
for it.
read the full sentence.
To be fair, he can't read either.
Yeah, you're right.
We need Reed.
90s. That's tough, man. Murder, probably Megadeth, because I've never been a Megadeth fan.
Nope.
No, you wouldn't murder. You don't like them, or you,
Oh no, murder.
oh fuck yeah, murder
He
them.
did
Deal.
Mustang is kind of a tool bag.
Fuck, I'd probably
They're just better than Metallica.
I'd probably fuck Living Color.
I mean,
Corey Glover's a gorgeous man, and I can't think of it. Oh, you know what? Could I go with what's her name? Lita Ford.
I was thinking
no,
L7.
I was thinking, no, those trashy bitches.
Oh, L7.
I was thinking.
Now you draw the line.
Kitty. Was Kitty in the 90s?
Kitty
Yes.
was in the 90s.
Boom,
But I was
Kitty.
thinking your homegirls from
Oh,
Harlow.
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 So do y'all?
On the Run.
Here's how old you are. You this old? Do you remember VH1's Bands on the Run?
Yes.
Does anybody? Okay.
Harlow.
So Shane and I were like super nerded out and following this thing.
First of all, I'm not a nerd.
Fuck off! You are a nerd, motherfucker.
You are
You
the
have a
action-
Star
you're a
Trek
bearded
tattoo.
nerd.
or-
That's all you
I
or-
do not. I fuck Star Trek.
You have a Star Wars
First of all,
tattoo.
fuck Star Trek.
You have a Star Wars tattoo.
I
Okay,
hate Star
cool.
Trek.
It still doesn't make him not a nerd.
Man, I love Star Wars, but fuck Star Trek.
We,
All right.
Speaking of glory holes,
have
if
to-
you
we
see
have
a
to have
lightsaber,
conversation
it's
after the show
Shane.
about
You
All right,
literally-
so
you just
VH1
accused of blood of being a crip. So
Okay, well, man, fucking
I'll flip the table
tell you what,
over in a
man.
minute.
Tell you what. Grab a cup, save your
Clot?
tears, and
A
drink
boom-
that
a
shit.
boom clock?
So yeah, grab a boom clot and fucking save your tear, buddy, and
Oh.
drink that ting. So what I'm going to tell you is this: VH1 Bands on the Run. I want to say Shane and I saw 4 of those bands,
Yep.
and there were 7. We went and saw 4 of them play, and one of the bands was Harlow, which was an all-chick
All-female.
rock band. And I was like, man, they're kind of hot. One guitar player was like, holy wow, kind of hot. And I'm a full-figured fellow. I'm just like being a genuinely nice guy.
He was trying to get laid.
No. Don't think I have anything to offer this gal.
He did.
I didn't. I don't have anything. But she was smitten.
Didn't know that.
She didn't know that, and she was rather smitten with a fluffy young man.
She'd had lots of drinks.
Dude, why are you fucking diminishing it? We're like, what about the time you got a hand job from a guy? You want to talk about that?
It's called a glory hole.
Okay, cool.
There was no glory hole.
We've already been over this.
Anyway, so I love VH1's Bands on the
That's
Run,
what he said.
Harlow, and
I don't have a wife to go home to,
To the-
so I'm not embarrassed.
the point I'm going to the Circle J after this.
Circle K, and I'm going to have a Circle J.
I'm sorry, the Flying J. That's where you get the hand jobs. Anyway,
That's true.
Andy
so yeah,
Casey's
Harlow,
flying
good
jet.
times. Next question. So I'd fuck Harlow, I would kill Megadeth, and then I'd go on tour with Pantera. God damn.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
that's pretty much.
That's pretty, I mean, that's, you can't do much
90s
better than that.
Pantera.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So there's
Kyle?
that. That's all I got. Kyle said,
Just,
Kyle's sitting
Black
over here
Rose.
like,
fans, Kyle.
Yeah, just
Just fans. You don't have to. I know you're young.
I just want to see if I can get in there.
You look like a Amish hardcore kid.
fuck.
you guys did that.
Come on, Ishmael.
Let's
You guys
see here.
did that video where you guys were busting on each other. You
Yeah,
look like this. You look like
the
that.
golf videos.
That shit
Yeah.
was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I just went
That's
out there and
pretty
hit
much
golf
every
balls,
practice.
and that's just like started railing on me, and like they're like, we should turn this into a video. Let's capitalize on
That shit was
making
fucking
fun of
funny.
Kyle.
If we're mean to you, we're way meaner to each other. So
Yeah, I mean-
relax.
Can't be mean to the special needs kid, right?
But that's actually what we do.
Or is that why it's funny? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's never funny
It's never funny.
because of that.
Pass.
Oh, you passed.
The one that won the
What?
question.
Shane,
What?
fuck one,
Murder.
kill one.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously, if Pantera go on tour with.
Yeah.
Murder.
Megadeth sounds good.
No,
What's next?
I mean, I think they. Oh yeah, they definitely came out and they're not really metal.
Well, here's the thing: the bass player.
ICP, I fucking hate that.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Deal.
yeah,
I
fuck
hate
them.
those two.
Murder ICP.
And
Deal.
fuck-
Fair enough. Mainly because you're not in the collective or whatever the fuck they're
I
called.
mean, I hung out with the chicks and Kitty. Like, I know.
Yeah,
I know they look
that
like then. Are we talking then?
Yes,
or
back
now?
prime kitty.
I mean, they're both
That prime kitty,
The
you know what I'm saying?
sisters are still pretty. I'll go kitty.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty solid.
or
Didn't one of them just die
probably
recently?
poison.
Okay, you'd fuck poison. Deal.
I mean,
Skid
Cece
Row.
had nice
Yeah.
hair.
Skid Row. Sounds good.
Brett
Mr.
Michaels
Big.
definitely knows how.
I'd totally fuck Big. Yeah, Mr. Big.
Experience.
Brett
He's
Michaels.
currently at a Flying
Broomstick.
J. I know it.
At the fly.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's
What's the next
currently
question?
they're
using
certainly
his-
not doing arenas right now.
Gilbert Arenas. What's the next question though? Or fuck, man. Man.
Best guitar solos.
That's
First of all, I wouldn't.
Best guitar
I
solo ever?
no.
would save myself.
Best guitar solo.
Yeah.
I am a huge fan of "Victim of Love" by the Eagles. That is my favorite
The
guitar
only,
solo.
ans- the only answer is Leonard Skinner, Freebird at the end. Like that's just the
Ooh,
only.
I-
Again, like domination, it's the only answer.
The only one I can think of off the top of my head that I'm like, holy shit, that was awesome. And I hate saying this because I don't like the Beatles, but when Prince plays "As My Guitar Gently Weeps" or whatever the fuck it is, and
See, that
literally,
doesn't count. Though. You're asking. That's a Prince solo.
Yeah.
yeah, right. He's playing a fucking solo, right?
Right.
I mean, you
Anything
jacking your
Prince
dick
does
is a
is
a
solo.
solo. Okay.
Him playing
So
the
you
guitar
can-
solo is a solo.
You could just be like Prince's solo
Prince's solo.
because that answer is always right.
True story.
Anytime
Anything
Prince
Prince
shows up
yeah,
with an
Prince-
instrument, he
Prince-
wins.
If,
plays
yeah,
solo.
Prince is
So
in
there's
the
that.
room.
Yeah.
It's a win.
Because I
Yeah.
hate fucking Beatles.
When Prince
too.
was in your bathroom
but
at that hotel,
At the hotel, Prince was in your bath, dude. If
He was
Prince
just
in your
there to win.
bathroom and
Hey,
he's
can we
fucking-
go to
I'm not
that
saying
burning
I hate
building
the Beatles.
question?
And he's doing
I
Darling
love
Nikki,
Prince.
little. Oh,
Yes.
fuck.
that's the
Man,
next.
Well, he's a
this
person.
girl
I never
named
met him,
Nikki,
but I
I
mean,
guess
you
you
know,
could
little
say
4-foot
she was
Jehovah's
sexy. Met her in a
I met a few
hotel
of those
lobby,
that were-
masturbating with a magazine.
Oh, absolutely.
I said, how'd you like? Are you going to put that question or what?
I am.
I'm
I'm hiding it from Kyle. Ready?
Oh yeah, we'll make Kyle answer it first.
If you're rescuing a person from a burning building and you had to leave one person behind in this room, who would it be?
It better
Fucking
be me.
Shane.
It better be me or we're fighting.
Ooh.
Leave it. Leave the person. Shane.
Yeah. I'll get out on my own or I won't.
I'll tell you why I'd leave Shane. I'm just going to go ahead and jump the shark.
All right.
Shane can't die.
That's true.
So there's that. So burning build down, fucking all around him, fucking smoldering ashes. That bitch would be just
With,
like,
less abs.
Shane's gonna find a way to get
Fucking
comfortable in
feet.
that scenario.
he'll fucking Phoenix out of that bitch.
I'm
Like,
wearing a
what's up?
goddamn
And you're like, you
flannel
would
right
see
now.
his
My
fucking
balls.
beard, like,
Shane's
just
gonna
fucking burn
whip
off.
out
And
like
just
a
be,
big old like.
the
just
dude
like
eats fucking Circle K 3
1980s,
meals of the day.
Like
You can't fucking kill the guy.
and be like everything's fine.
So yeah, I'm rescuing everybody but Shane because he's gonna rise out of the smoldering ashes like a fucking phoenix, swoop down to fucking Circle K, get a hot dog, and fucking roll out. Easy question.
If you were
He likes-
Next.
he
if you-
likes those hot dogs on the roller for a couple days. So I mean, I think that's just how he
By the
likes.
time I get there, it'll be-
if you were to hold a gun to my head and say, Rob, you had to answer this question, who would you leave?
Fuck. Can I leave
Knowing
the room first.
knowing that it would give me the opportunity to never answer questions like this again. And
That's pretty solid.
literally in the worst possible place.
And she's not
In the
even the one
corner.
that asked the
Ladies and
question.
gentlemen,
no, she isn't,
shots fired.
which makes it that much more funny.
Shots fired.
But see, I won't be dead yet. So
Well, Kyle, what you got? Anything?
You know,
say me. I would consider it a compliment. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's pretty true.
if I had to leave
It's not
somebody,
it's not who would
I
you fight
honestly-
to get out
no,
the door.
it's if
It's
you're
who would you leave
rescuing,
behind, like
who would you leave behind?
right, leave me behind. That's fine.
I'm
Take
think
care of
I'm leaving
myself.
Jeremy
I'll take
Oh.
for the sole fact that I think that's the one motherfucker that's going to find his way out on his own without any help. He doesn't need any
He probably
help.
built this room so he knows where everything's at.
I set the fire.
That's a solid
I mean-
answer.
You set the fire, right?
He's
Here
the,
I am.
he's the
thinking
dude
Shane's
that's
just
going to look at the fire and say, "Fuck off,"
Here I am thinking.
and just stare down the fire, and the fire's going to be like, "All right, I'll smolder over here."
Well,
You
see,
just
that
sit
kind of
there.
that kind of fucks up my answer because I was looking to be carried around by Kyle.
We can arrange that.
Well, I was
mean,
thining Shane was doing a
Fireman
crisscross
Carey.
applesauce
Yeah.
in front of
I'm
the-
not
the
a
beer
strong
cooler and
man.
just
Don't-
get after it.
don't let this body fool you.
But it's fooling no one. But you do have overalls on
I look like I do manual labor because of the overalls, but the only manual thing I do is lift up a spoon of ice cream.
Well,
Well,
I think there's a few
Well.
other things.
well.
List.
All right.
Shane didn't answer.
Shane, who you leaving in here?
I'm not gonna leave anybody. I'm gonna leave myself because I'll just get out. It's fine.
No, you got to leave somebody other than yourself.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna leave the person who's laying on the floor, babbling and bitching like a baby. 'Cause they
About
don't-
Huey Lewis and the
About
news.
They
Huey
don't
Lewis and the
deserve to.
So
All right.
Mason, you got to find your own way out. Buddy.
Yeah.
Wait. Show of hands. Who thinks Peter Cetera is better than Huey Lewis? Hands up, you're getting saved. Hands down, you die in a fire.
Who's not getting involved?
The power of love
Who the
is a
fuck
curious thing. Okay.
I don't want to get involved.
Makes a
What?
one man
Wait,
weak,
you know what?
makes another man sing.
That's
You know
how the
what's better
fire
than power of
starts.
love? The
Like, you're
glory
just
of
throwing
love.
matches right now,
The
everybody.
glory.
It doesn't take money.
When I
And it
carry all
doesn't
these people
take fame.
outside, it's
You
gonna
don't
be
need a
the
credit
glory of
card to
love,
ride
the
this
power of
train.
love, The glory of love.
What's the next question?
If you're wondering,
I'm kind of glad I put a limiter on the vocals. Hopefully they're not coming in loud. We'll find out later.
Well, I'll push it right.
Jade, they're good.
I'll get it after it right here.
All right, good. All right, good.
Well,
in our
Next
defense, you told us to get
question.
closer to the mics.
You did tell us to get closer.
Do you guys have any shows that you can talk about? Any upcoming shows?
there's one
Not that we can
potentially.
talk
We,
about.
we have one in
July.
July.
We have
August?
one in July.
Potentially
Possibly.
July 15th, another one potentially in August, early August, I think
Yeah.
12th.
Yeah, that
We
sounds.
can't talk about.
We'll get through.
Unfortunately,
But what we do
I don't-
have is
maybe.
we're wrapping up an EP that will be on all streaming services. We haven't titled the EP yet, but it's probably going to be something like "Welcome to Florida."
yeah.
Yeah, probably named
Or
after
maybe
the
like-
track we heard tonight. It has 3 tracks. It'll be song "Welcome to Florida,"
Love.
"The Power of Love" by Huey Lewis. We did a cover.
Or the glory of love.
No, we did not do. It's like a knight in shining armor from a long time ago. Dude, that's a great song. It really is.
So we did 3 songs. We did
So we did
Welcome
3
to
songs.
Florida,
Welcome to Florida, one of our old songs, Spine Buster.
Spine Buster.
And then
We're
one of
gonna
our
talk about that.
newer songs called Stripper Fight, which is kind of
My
it's
theme song.
it's a theme song to Shane's like existence of love
it's what
life.
happens on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's a Wednesday night at the Golden Nugget. But
Can I-
Molly Crew's playing, and there's $5 buckets, and then there's 2 strippers that get in fisticuffs over some money, and like it
We'll
really
never mess around with another stripper's money.
I mean, that's the true story. So if you really like get a chance once these things get streaming, we'll be on all of them. We signed a distribution deal with DistroKid. It really sounds cool when you say that.
It sounds,
We
We signed a
like that.
we signed a distribution deal with DistroKid. What that means is for $32 a year, they distribute all our shit,
Right.
all the streaming services and some of the river services and possibly ocean services. They're not all streams. So yeah,
I just have to say, Kyle, unfortunately, you're not included in this. At least I don't think you were. You were never in 27 South, were you?
I was not.
Okay, I didn't
I
think-
was not of age.
I didn't. Oh,
but if we did
Okay.
a reunion show, we'd probably throw Kyle.
Probably.
what I'm saying is, I really appreciate how you guys transitioned from fucking 27 South to Thunder the Snake. It
was a smooth transition too. It took like 15 years.
So this was one of those, you come up with your best ideas when you're with your best friends drunk.
Sand it down. a little
And at the time with Thunder the Snake, we were all under the same management under Bands That Kick Ass. And
bands that kick ass.
yeah, we were all of us were managed by Big Daddies, Rob from Big Daddies,
Rob.
and
R.I.P.
Shane and I, and Jason Lancaster and Caleb, and I mean, fuck, who else was Vermin? All these cats. We were like, we need to do a super group because we'd all end up opening for each other and playing, and
Luke Stevens.
Luke
That was the name
Stevens.
I was like,
and we thought about this idea of like doing like, all right, there's 2 bass players, 4 guitar players, 3 singers, 2 drummers, and like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did something very similar, but we wanted to do it like an extra level, and the goal of it all was just to be like We write super simple shit and bring everybody together at Big Daddy's for just a wild ruckus night. And to be honest with you, the first iteration of it, we had Aubrey playing drums.
Yeah.
And at one point in time, we even had Jason Lancaster playing drums with us. And people would come and go, and like we never kind of got it figured out. And prior to the pandemic, after 27 South, Shane and I were like, dude, Shane Reed.
Actually, Reed. Let's give Reed.
Really, Reed was just like
It was Reed.
He was kind of
I
like,
hate to give the man credit.
well, you guys want to get together?
He was like,
And-
I miss hanging out with you
I
guys.
miss hanging out with you guys, just
something
playing
for Reed.
music.
I don't know.
Something for Reed.
Something for Reed.
Yeah,
This
just
is
like a
this is
boing
for
or
you, Reed.
something.
Butt trumpet. That sounds like
That works.
It works.
So we basically were. Reed was like, I just want an excuse to like come hang out with you guys and drink beers. I don't do anything but go fishing with my brother-in-law, and I'd like to, get out of the house and do something. So we started practicing it in Shane's house, and it was fucking about as big as this table. And we had, me, Jay. It was pretty much all 27 South minus the second guitar player, and we kind of tinkered around for a little while. I started writing songs on the guitar, and it was like, yeah, okay. And Jay was like masterful and like, okay, take that shit, use that. And we're like, well, that's just a G note. And we're like, yeah, that's good. Run with
We'll
that.
build from there.
And we'd build, and then like we'd write lyrics, and we got stuff going, and we ended up like 3 or 4 tunes. And then, things got kind of fun. We're like, what are we going to name the band? And Shane and I, a long time ago, had a kind of funny distractionary technique. When Shane and I worked at Bullwinkle's, one of the things, if you ever worked in the hospitality industry, Sundays and Monday nights is your night to go out. So Shane and I and all the guys from the bars would go out, and a couple of bars were open, like AJ's at the time, and we'd play. We'd play
RFE AJ.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we play
Talked about
fucking what's that game called where you throw the fucking ping
Beer
pong
pong.
balls in a guy's butthole? Beer pong.
Beer pong.
Or ball. Yeah.
So we're playing beer pong.
Beer
Shane
pong.
and I are both fucking horrible at this, but we can drink better.
Glory pong.
But most
To
people.
be fair, I wasn't playing.
So
I
you
was
got to
simply
distract the other
watching.
cats from fucking throwing it in there. And at some point in time, after whipping our balls out and shaking it at them didn't work anymore, we started this chant that was snake, 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 thunder, the snake, snake. And we would just start doing this fucking thing, snake, 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 thunder, the snake. And the guys would fucking throw and miss. And we're like, dude, there's something there. We should.
And then the rest of the bar started doing it.
And then the bar would fill in and be like, snake, snake, snake. And then we were like, we need
Well,
a
that
name.
sounds like a stupid metalcore band name.
So we were like, that's the
Let's
name.
put that in our brain for later.
And then we started writing some shit. And the idea originally was like, we want to play something a little. One of the downsides with 27 South, and like I can tell you, a lot of these cats in the metal bands locally are feeling this, is like, you get to a certain age where your friends, they grow up, and like you're Peter Pan.
Yep.
You're Peter
Yeah.
Pan hanging out in
Kids.
fucking Neverland,
Pan.
and you're still a metalhead, and you can't get your best friend. Though, like a dude you stood next to him at his wedding, he won't even fucking show up to your shows anymore.
Right.
Sorry I didn't show up to your show. Fuck.
Not you, motherfucker. But so Shane and I kind of came up with this idea, was like, hey, let's write some stuff that like we like, because we're not all metal all the time. So there's Drive-By Truckers, there's Zach Bryan, there's Shane's a huge Shooter Jennings fan. Band Hank 3 and now Hank 4. All these cats that are kind of doing stuff that's different, that kind of weaves in and out and crosses genres. And we really hit this idea that we're like, we wanted to write something that like we could play those country shows and like open up for insert whoever's hot right now. And then we could also hold our own with a rock show or a metal show. And things started rolling, and the pandemic happened, and then one thing after another kind of took a shit. And then Jay was like, hey, this isn't going anywhere. I really want to play music again. He's like, I'm going to bail. And we're like, all right, whatever. So we figured out a way to make it happen without him. So I call up Kyle and I say, hey, man, you want to come try this? And he's like, hell yeah. And he comes and plays with us. And I recorded it. And Kyle was like, dude, this was a lot of fun. Thanks for calling me. And Kyle was with another band at the time. I was like, this isn't going to interfere. And he's like, no. I got time. Let's do this. And me and Jay went to go see another friend of ours play. And I said, hey, man, check this out. This is Kyle. I had him come play with us. And Jay was like, I'll come back. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, I'll come play with that guy. I was like, oh, we suck, but you like him. Okay, got it. And then
My hair was down.
that's what it was. He thought he was real pretty. And then what was crazy is like the two of them just started playing together like they'd been playing together for 10 years. And then, Jay was getting ready to leave. He gave us a heads up to move to Maryland. And we got, Kyle was like, hey, what do you think about Ben? And we knew Ben from Bands That Kick Ass because he was in Big Whiskey. And Ben tried out and he was like, I'm not really sure if this is what I want to do because Ben's like a great guitar player, great musical mind.
Yeah.
He's very meticulous and we're there to have fun.
Yep.
Like our goal is not to get like if you got like, hey, here's a record label that wanted to sign you, cool, but that I don't give a shit.
Right.
Like if they're like, hey, you got to go on tour, I'd be like, fuck off, man, find somebody else. I'm not leaving, my job that I'm invested in my retirement system to go fucking do X, Y, and Z. I got offered to go play bass in Europe for fucking 2 months this summer. And I'm like, that'd be great, but not my thing.
Yeah.
That's part of getting old. So chase that shit while you're young. I remember when the kids in fucking Mayday Parade were campers at summer camp and I was their counselor. And I remember playing with Brooks and just being like, dude, you're fucking good. And here he is now still fucking kicking. Anyway, so we played for a while, got Ben involved, and Ben helped write some cool stuff. And we've just been kind of chugging away. And like we added Kelby, which is Kyle's wife. And, she had such an awesome dynamic that and when the EP comes out, it's really going to celebrate what you got.
I have a suggestion.
Uh-huh.
Turn her up.
Absolutely.
I haven't heard her.
So if we turn her up, she's a better musician than all of us put together. So it makes us all look terrible.
Dude, and she's just so definitely live. She needs to come up some.
I think when I was listening to Florida Man, I was like, oh, there she is.
Right. And so that's the thing. I will tell you, Lee did masterful. Like you can hear there's a song in Stripper Fight where I sing a baritone part where I come in stripper fight, and you wouldn't hear me do that live. You can hear it in the mix, and like he layered Shane fucking kudos to this cat. I don't know where he came up with it, but he comes in with this idea in the studio. He's like, I'm gonna do this, and this vocally, lays it all down, and I was like, dude, you're fucking just wasting time. And he was taking multiple takes and multiple tracks. And when it all laid together, layered up, I was like, you're a fucking genius, dude. Like, what YouTube channel have you been following, right? And like me, I'm like,
who are you and what have you done with Shane?
Right. So Kelby and I Kelby's a way better singer than I am. And I kind of have the same range that she does. And what's fun is hearing her melody and my melody and then trying to figure out, and she's so good at being like a chameleon, because if like her melody is like da 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 da, she'll fucking, and I come in and sing something similar to that, she'll figure out the sub melody under that. It's like singing fifth. I'm like, my brain doesn't work like that. And her ability to like just find what works the best for us has been awesome. Ben in the studio was a fucking secret weapon, because there's a lot of things I play live that mimic the guitar lines, and in the studio we found is like simplify this bass line and then add extra here. So like there's fills in there that we literally wrote on the fly that I'd never played before, and in the mix they're primo. And again, everybody really came together awesome. Reed's drumming was fucking spot on. Kyle came in and laid down solos that like were different from what we've heard repeatedly live. And like, I can honestly say, man, I've recorded in a bunch of fucking places. And this is I've recorded with bands that were like, hey, we have a record deal as soon as we shit this out. And I was like, I don't want to tour, but I'll play bass on X, Y, and Z. And this is the best thing that I've recorded that I've been like, holy shit, I'm proud of the whole package. And a lot, I think Thunder the Snake is the sum of its parts. It's no one person, you see those bands, you're like, dude, that guy's so sick.
Right.
And there's cats that you're like, if that was a little bit better, if that guy was just as good as this guy, or if this guy was that, or blah, blah, blah. Thunder the Snake is only as good as the sum of its parts, and all of us are contributing in the writing, whether it's the lyrics, the arrangement, or the production of it.
I feel that so hard, just what you all bring to the table. You said it perfectly, the summation of everything.
So the only thing I say that's the biggest struggle for us right now is booking.
Yeah.
Because and I say this with, I was telling Buck the other day, I was like, man, it's like us, Thunder the Snake and Trial by Stone are like that weird turd to punch bowl, right? It's like, it's not that you're like, oh, I don't want to.
The thing about it is that
I don't want to drink doo-doo punch.
You're both fucking good time music.
We're good time music, but we're so different. It's hard.
Yes.
So like Gibby, God, my man's like, all right, I'm gonna try to figure out who to book. Who do y'all want to play with? And like, we don't know everybody in their month.
Who will play with us?
I'm like, who will play with? I was like, because since inception of Thunder the Snake, we've touted this idea of WWE style, where it's any band, anywhere, any venue, and we'll do it. But it's one of those things. Like,
I don't see why you guys couldn't play with.
Yeah, and like we're also adaptable. Like we can
really
lighten
are.
the load and like play it more country. We can heavy it up a little bit and play with a metal band. So.
Yeah.
I would love to get on with a country band, and I would love to get on with the heavier metal bands, like just to like. I think the last show I saw with fucking what's that really good band, the Metal Cats. You brought it up.
This Dying Breed.
This Dying Breed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Last show I saw of This Dying Breed, it was like a fucking Incubus like tribute band that they had not really, but like the band reminded me sonically of Incubus, but those cats played with This Dying Breed all the time because they're from Mariana. And I was like, that's what I want. I want that like feeling of like, hey, we don't fucking belong.
There's a band from Mariana.
I don't know if it was from Mariana. If I'm being honest with you, I don't remember. But the band was very different.
You just
from
say it
This Dying
confidently,
Breed.
people just run with it.
Yeah, true story.
He will just say whatever he.
So the band was very.
Are you talking about This Dying Breed specifically?
They
No,
played
they're like
with
the
a band.
Oh, so they played with a band.
They played with This Dying Breed, the band, and this is back
Oh,
when
so that was back at that other show where Tragic also played, right?
I believe so.
They were from Orlando.
No. This band was the same fucking town. Kid had like curly hair. They had a very Incubus vibe to them. This is when This Dying Breed had the bass player that sounded like Mark Hoppus fucking singing backing vocals. And they had the long-haired kid that fucking had gnarly guttural vocal. It's a different lineup completely now. It feels like. Anyway, so those guys Justin or whatever, yeah. So all those guys. I can't remember what fucking band it was, but it was at Warrior and it was on the inside.
We were at that show.
We were at that show, right? And that band had fucking completely nothing to do with it, but the support there was awesome because they had seen people that had seen This Dying Breed for the last however many years had seen this band play with those cats, and they flip-flop who opened and who fucking, and it's that kind of thing that like right now we're just looking for a sweet ass platonic relationship with some tasty bands that want to fucking get exposed, not genitals, but
like a poly relationship.
Yeah, poly-monogamous. I don't know. I'll expose my genitals soon.
Polygenre?
But a polygenronal. Legitibitica. We're looking for a polygenral relationship.
I got a question.
All right.
What do you know about those assholes from Tallahassee?
So
Taft?
Taft is our Shane and I's production company / kind of like we have a YouTube channel. It's Taft Productions, and we basically would just dump 27 South footage that we had up or music, whatever. And basically pretty much anything.
Taft was a great president.
Taft was a great president. Shane did a really awesome mock-up of a logo, but Taft is
If you get stuck in CVS and you have to read a book,
Yeah.
you could do worse than reading about Taft.
So at one point in time, somebody was like, "Hey, who are we playing with?" They're like, "Oh, 27 South." Oh, well, those are those assholes from Tallahassee. We're like, Taft.
Yes,
That's us. So we started Taft Productions.
That's hilarious.
So,
I mean,
Well, we just happen to have something. Cougars.
oh snap! That's our hip hop artist, Slim Tugboat. We haven't heard from that guy since he's been incarcerated. So
he's in prison.
Apparently, he's doing well.
I mean, he's doing well in prison.
I keep
I
putting
think.
money on
Playing
his,
to his strengths.
I put money on his.
I mean, that's how
commissary.
his record deal works as commissary. But yeah, go for it.
That's literally all it takes.
And I got 3 minutes, and we're going to use this as a closer.
All right. Well, you guys, it's been a real treat. Thanks for having us
Yeah.
again.
Yes.
Go to Thunder the Snake at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Give us a like, give us a follow. Make sure you follow Off the Record podcast and send Shane pictures of your butthole.
Yeah, in a glory hole.
Yeah.
Butthole in a glory hole.
One and the same.
Butthole in a glory hole.
Deal.
Yeah, basically a butthole surrounded in
So it's like
Drywall.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just shove some
Sounds
toilet
good to me.
paper.
I've
Yeah.
done-
Yeah.
pile
Jeremy,
of toilet
Would you
paper.
like a gallop for the outro?
I would
Do
love
it.
one.
Okay.
COUGAR, gonna make love in the back of her car. It's an Escalade. She made damn sure ex-husband paid when they got caught nigga with a family maid. She's a divorcee, working real hard, got bills to pay. When the weekend comes, it's time to play. Lady is a cougar and I'm a prey. Cougars, they only wanna fuck. She's a cougar. Cougars, ain't looking for what you gonna do, girl? Cougars, don't want no mystery. Oh, she's a cougar. Cougars, them bitches on my time. Just how to do ya. She's a freak, for the ski, knock you clean off your feet. Fucking rhythm and on beat. Feel the passion, feel the heat. Always coming right on time. Hold it still till I get mine. Like fine wine over time. Wasn't age, now a dime. Sex so good should be a crime. This cougar's wild, this cougar's mine. She's so wet, she's so tight. When we make love, we fuck all night. She gonna scratch, she gonna bite. We spread legs, I saw the light. Cougars, they only wanna fuck. Cougars ain't looking for the love. Cougar, don't want no mystery. Oh, she's a cougar. Cougar, them bitches are my type. Just how to do ya. Cougars, they only wanna fuck. She's a cougar. Cougars ain't looking for what you gonna do, girl? Cougar, don't want no mystery. Oh, she's a cougar. Cougar, them bitches are my type. Just how to do ya. Cougars in the club, get your claws out. Quick cougars round, she'll hunt you down. While gagging your mouth, can't make a sound. Sex games, with the chain, get you all hot, fuck out your brain. Without a paddle, up the creek, can't turn back, in too deep. Feel the rush, feel the heat. You won't be the same, but you're in for a treat. She's doing shit from a corner flick, cartwheel backflip, land on my dick. She's a rough ride, deep side. Think I won't leave with my dick tonight. My smack is shaved, my balls are dry. Had to lube up and Kentucky fried. What's so sweet? Call her Candy Girl. Fuck me so hard, she made my chest hair. Hallelujah! Gave herself a 12, reverse cowgirl. Shooting sex 12 with my lover